Live. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I am Franchot Pearson. Welcome to Franchot Blue. It is election night 2025. And again, we are live. We are live. Let's say it together. Praise God for whom all blessings flow. Let's have some fun. The purple rain is in the house. Yes, the purple rain is in the house. Let me pull myself up right quick and see where we're at. And then we'll go from there. NBC, CNN, CBS, and AP. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's see if we can see ourselves in here. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? All right, let's get it on. Let's get it on. I am live. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Hey, people. Hey, praise God. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hope everybody had dinner. I just had mine right quick. And let's see. Make sure everybody's up there. Yeah, everybody's in there. What's going on? What's going on? New York, New York. And everybody else in between. Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up. Let me see here.
We talked about this earlier.
And everybody else in between. Can you guys hear me?
See when they keep it close.
Okay.
We talked about this earlier.
Everybody else in between. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I got that check. Too much of a feedback. So yeah, I believe I'm official. Had to get rid of the feedback. My bad. So yeah, I believe I'm official. Had to get rid of the feedback. My bad. So yeah, I believe I'm official. Had to get rid of the feedback. My bad. Okay, I think I still got feedback. Let me see what's up. I think I still got feedback. Can you still got feedback? Why am I having feedback? Okay, I got to figure that out. I have got to figure that out. Why am I having feedback? Okay, I got to figure that out. Okay, I think I've got it better. I think I had the volume up too high. I think I've got it better. All right, I'm going to try to do this again. I think I had the volume up too high. I think I've got it better. All right, I'm going to try. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. See what I can do here. Hold on, people. Now all of a sudden the phone's ringing, right? I'm back. See what I can do here. Hold on, people. Now all of a sudden the phone's ringing, right? I'm back. Hold on, people. We are live. Franchot Pearson, Franchot Blue. And we have. We are live. Franchot Pearson, Franchot Blue. Oh well. Okay, people. So what are you guys doing out there? You got anybody from New York? Let's go to New York first, right? Let's go to New York. Yeah, somebody tried to call me. Let me text them. Let them know I'm live. I'm live. So they'll know what's up. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, before I fall apart. So Massachusetts, Florida, New York. Okay, look, people, I'm gonna open up the phone lines in a minute because it's 7:30 right now in Chicago, the Central Time, but it's 8:30 in New York. Right now, I haven't seen any polling numbers. No disrespect to other cities, states, whatever. But right now, it's New York. Um, has anybody seen any poll numbers in New York? And can you guys hear me? Anybody heard any poll numbers in New York? Anybody seen any poll numbers in? Mandela won already? Mandela won already? Man, I pulled up a piece last night. I was having fun with, let me see, Chris Tucker, Rush Hour 2, Mandela. You guys remember that part in Rush Hour 2 back in the day? He was shooting craps. And he said, you guys remember that scene? I kept doing that last night, having some fun. So we're gonna get this Mandela out of my system. I don't want to get in trouble with copyright, but I want to get this Mandela thing out of my system. Yeah. Let me see. I got to get my earpiece. Hold tight. I forgot something. You give me $500 chips because I'm black? Y'all remember that line? $500 chips because I'm black? Yeah. Everybody else got $1,000 chips, and the black man got $500 chips. Rush Hour 2, 2001. Mandela. New York, let me ask you something. Do you think it's okay to dress up in drag and go 110? I'm not going to answer that because I get in trouble with YouTube. They don't let me deal with sex on YouTube. They don't. They don't. Yeah, I can do the blues. I have a few blues songs too. Thank you for the compliment. Just having fun. This is political night for New York. Who else we got from New York? Yeah. I'm waiting on the Mandela part. We're gonna have the Mandela part. I'm gonna play that in a minute. Oh, I miss watching you too, Kelly. Thank you. Appreciate the compliment. Let's just play craps. Let's play craps. Okay, I'm waiting on Mandela. Thank you for the compliment. You like my work? Thank you. Okay, here we go. We're about to do Mandela, y'all. In other words, Mandami. This is Chris Tucker. He gonna say Mandela.
Person that couldn't get no justice and took all that crap. That's why I ain't gonna crap out. No! This one is for Mandela.
Mandela. All right, I got that out of my system because I did that all night. Rush Hour 2, one of my favorite movies from back in the day. I am so far behind in the movies. And I need to catch up big time. I love the comedies. Love them, love them. So people, I am Franchot Pearson. Welcome to Franchot Blue. We are going to find out what's going on, all things New York, all things Cuomo, and we're going to find out who's going to win. Good evening, Jeanette. How you doing? Thanks for being here. And don't get discouraged, anybody. The Lord is coming soon. Trust me. These decodes I've been doing lately, they off the chain, y'all. They off the chain. They off the chain. They off the chain. He's off the chain. They off the chain. He's off the chain too. People, I'm telling you, these are the last days. The Lord is coming. Satan is formatting everything. He's formatting everything. But God got a plan. He said, well, I go to prepare a place for you not made by hand. Because he knew it's going to be days like this. It might not be a physical boat that we're going to get on. We about to get on a boat, y'all. They're creating the NWO. Yes, they are. Love you too. God bless you. We're going to get up there together, right? So, anybody heard anything on the latest and greatest in New York? The polls close at 9 o'clock. It seems like time is standing still. But the polls close at 9. It's 8:30 there. They have called some races already in different cities. Great seeing you too. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So yeah, we got 220 people in the house. Only 29 thumbs up. I feel like clowning for a little while. Broken English isn't worth wasting your time. Well, I don't care if people agree with me or not. It's simple love, me or hate. Okay. Let me see. Foreigners should learn to answer basic follow-ups. I don't know what that's about. God, she repeats herself so much, expecting that her words might stick. Your party sucks. My party sucks? Okay, well, sorry. Can't please everybody. I'm going to do me. At my age, every now and then I might pop off, so I'm just going to have fun. You don't like my party? You get yourself a YouTube and you throw a party. Or you can go somewhere else. It mean I don't love you, but hey, why you going to throw darts, man? All the hard work I do every day, you want to talk about my party sucks? Just want to have something to say. I get it. Thank you. Take a bow. You said something. You said something negative. Does that make you feel good? You want to say something more negative? Go ahead. Do what you got to do. I love me and ain't nothing you can do about it. God loves me, ain't nothing you can do about it. My party sucks to you, but to me, I'm having fun. Because this time last month, I celebrated a birthday on October 9th. That was 3 weeks ago. So anyway, I am having fun. God is number one. Thank you guys for being here. Let's see what's going to go down in this race, this New York race. Let's see what's going on. See if I can get some modern day numbers here. See what we're going to do. I thought we'd get together, have a little fun. I'm calling it the purple rain. Because y'all know I've given up on politics to a certain point, right? Y'all know a lot of stuff is fixed, allegedly. Okay, so we have Governor Jack. Let's see what Governor Jack got going on. Okay, so we have Governor Jack. Let's see what Governor Jack got going on.
They will give you a little pushback on that. They say this is New Jersey and New Jersey alone. Forget D.C., forget national politics. This is simply a New Jersey issue.
Thank you for the compliment. Thank you.
You see a candidate like Jack Ciattarelli spending his time at diners, rolling up his sleeves and trying to connect one-on-one with everyday New Jersey voters. They believe their messaging is working. They believe that
Anybody know Governor Jack? Jersey, New Jersey governor. Love you too. Thank you. Yeah, let's get the party started. That's it. That's right. That's how we do it. Thank you. Let's get the party started. Let's have some fun. That's right.
Understood, Adam,
Why not?
They're going to rethink that based on some of the exit polling that we've been looking at.
All the negative news all day. Might as well have some fun, right? In fact, we're going to switch hats every now and then. We all good. We all good. Mandela. Yeah, let's do that again. Mandela. All right, Pearson. This one's for Mandela. I'm watching Chris Tucker. Peaches and Herb, Glass 9 the Pimps, Ike and Tina, Lionel Richie. Oh, Mandela. Oh my God. This should have had a Rush Hour 4, right? Was there a Rush Hour 3? I can't keep up. I'm so outdated, it's ridiculous. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let me turn off my phone, see what's going on.
To stump alongside Chitterelli, there has been somewhat of a distance. They had the telethon rally.
Mandela!
But I'm looking around the room. There are a lot of Make America Great Again hats here. So clearly a lot of that base is here in support of Chitterelli as well. To your point, though, the exit polling shows what it shows. So how will that all factor in? It is undeniable that Trump will be a factor in this race. We saw what Trump did here in New Jersey just a year ago. We saw specifically what Trump did in Passaic County in northern Jersey, the inroads that he made in that county. But Democrats will be quick to say, but a lot of people who voted for him maybe might have buyer's remorse and will now go to the Democrat this go around. So we'll really have to wait and see. It is frankly undeniable, the link between Chitterelli and Trump. The Chitterelli campaign says they agree.
All right, we're going to do Mandela again because I'm having fun. Y'all ready? We're going to do Mandela. Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker, Mandela.
Prison and couldn't get no justice. He took all that crap. That's why I ain't gonna crap out. No! This one is for
Mandela!
Mandela!
I told y'all I was going to clown. I already warned y'all, so don't get mad. Mandami, Mandela. I want to know, okay, can I get New York, if I can get 3 New York people to come through, let's open up the lines, because I want to hear from New York. I want to know who you voted for and why. Can I get 3 people from New York? We've been on here about 15 minutes, so I want to talk. I want to talk, because I can clown all night. Anybody from New York? If I don't get 3 people from New York, can I get somebody to say they're ready to talk? Because I can give out the phone number, we can go from there. Let me see, I think I got my phone already ready. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready to talk politics? Or should I say the purple rain? Let me see. Let me go back to, I'm running all these at one time. Okay. Yes, sir, Queens. Okay. Now let me pull this up. Let me see. This is YouTube phone. I'm going to dial the phone, make sure it works first. 1-224-548-3087. Let's see what's popping. Okay. The phone is working. So, can you guys see the phone number here? Let me see. Pull this down. You guys see the phone number? You can call. I'm on like a 5-second delay, so no cursing. I can't talk about COVID. I can't talk about sex. Just keep it clean. Let's talk politics tonight. New York, all things New York. If you want to talk about other politics, that's fine with me, but I want to talk about New York. Anybody want to call? Let's make it 3 to 5 minute phone call. Let's chime in. Tell me what you think about the race. Is it going to make any difference? Where are we going? Where have we been? Is something crazy going to happen tonight? I call Mandami the modern day Bobby Kennedy. There's a reason why I call him that. There is a reason I call him that. Anybody want to call? Please call that number. I'm going to put the number also in here. 1-224 548 3087. 1224. Boy, you think I could type by now. 1224 548 3087. Okay, God bless. Can you hear me?
You talking to me?
Good evening. How are you today? God bless.
You know who this is, dude?
Man, I don't know. It's all good. But I'll take the quiz. Keep talking.
Hey, man, it's Jurassic Liars.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
It's all right, man.
I didn't know you watched me.
Listen, dude, you know I don't have a problem with you. I'm just messing with you on my channel when I say stuff.
I didn't know you. Joe asked me to check you out. I did, and then when you hit hard, I was like, no, I ain't gonna keep tolerating that. So that's a man thing.
All right, dude, I'm just messing around with you, so calm down.
Okay, I appreciate. Go ahead, I'm listening.
You know we all have been talking about this for years, about Trump getting his head ruled, right?
Yes,
You know
sir.
that, right?
Right.
Anyway, just to let you know, do you know what number mayor that Mamdani is?
I remember that number. I did it in the decode. Remind me, please.
Oh, you do remember?
I did. I don't remember, but I did it in a decode.
111. 111.
111. Oh wow. And isn't New York the 11th state?
Well, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, that's when I did the decode. That's deep, man.
No, I just wanted to let you know if you didn't mention that, because I know you're always talking about the 111.
Man, that's snake eyes, man. We close.
But anyway, man, you know why the 111 is important on my channel? I've been talking about it for a long time. Only because of the Space Needle in Seattle opening on 4/21, which is the 111th day of the year.
And that's when the Pope died.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That the Space Needle is a big part of this puzzle, man. That's why I just wanted to let you know that you got to warn your viewers to get out of Washington State before June 11th, man.
Washington State. And that's because of what now?
They're going to destroy a part of Washington State. I've been predicting these same two predictions for the last 10 years, 8 years, I'm sorry. On June 11th, Washington State is going to be struck. And on August 4th, Trump's going to get his head won. I've been predicting the same predictions. I've never changed it.
I did a 8-4 decode on Trump. You might be right on that.
Well, I've been talking about that for the last 8 years, man.
Now, what do you think? What in relation to what you're saying? I'm putting this up now. Somebody just texted. New York is 111 also, so I put it up there. New York is 111 in gematria. Now, but check this out. I get an eerie feeling that we got a Bobby Kennedy situation tonight. Read between the lines. That we could have that.
Well, I'll tell you this. I mean, when it comes to the Mamdani stuff, I like the videos you did on that. I thought you had a good connection there. And on the day that you were talking about, they actually said that there was a fake, not a fake, but not an assassination attempt, but a threat, right, on his life.
Yes. That's true. I did catch that. You're right.
Yeah, so that means, listen, man, like I said, I'm just messing with you. I just want to let you know, you can't go around saying that you're the only one talking about this stuff when I've been telling people for all these years that Trump's going to get his head won on 8/4,
I never intended to say no one else decodes. I think everybody knows what I'm saying. When I say something that I've never known, maybe that's the way I should say it. So I appreciate your input. But no,
it just because we're trying to help people. See, I don't care about subscriber counts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I care only that I want people to get out of Washington State before June 11th. Because, like I said, I just didn't know the year. All I know is the dates and the places and who the people involved are.
Do you think Washington State has a spiritual connection to fallen angels?
No, I can't see. I don't want to. If I tell you who it's connected to, people are going to think you're crazy.
Well,
so it has to do with Elvis. Elvis is the real Antichrist, and Trump is the image of Elvis.
okay. I'm listening.
That's what I'm saying. People think it's a joke, but
Yeah.
But that's why Trump compares himself to Elvis.
Yeah.
You know, because Elvis is the B side of the seed.
I've heard that. I've heard this aspect before.
Well, yeah, because they heard it from my channel.
Okay.
I've been talking about this for years.
Wow. Now it's so. Go ahead.
Go ahead, no, go ahead.
It's so much out there about Trump, his son. Have you checked out my video about the unholy trinity?
Well, you know, I say that's what I say, the unholy trinity. But I say it's Elvis, Trump, and Obama.
Yeah, I've got Obama, Trump, and Elon as the that's the unholy trinity by the numbers. So yeah, I believe that I just did a decode last week, and all the women that's in his cabinet are connected to him by his birthday, 6/14. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I saw that. No, I saw that. And if you watch my older videos, I connected the presidents and vice presidents all to Elvis.
Oh, really?
And they all come out. Yeah, they come out just like, you know, connected to his birthday and to his death date.
Now, who do you think Elvis was then? It's got to be something beyond entertainment, isn't it?
Well, brother, that's why I said you need to watch my videos. That way you can understand
Okay.
why the Twin Towers fell. Because he had an identical twin that was sacrificed at birth.
Really?
Yeah, that's why the Twin Towers fell. For him.
For him.
Yep.
Okay. What else? What else we got? So who's going to win tonight in New York?
I don't care, man. But you probably, you know, I don't know who you're picking, but I guess I'm assuming.
No, I'm not picking anybody. I just threw my hat on and my necktie, got some balloons. I'm having fun because I did this last year for 6 hours when Trump was running for for president. I just do this every year. That's all.
Yeah. Well, like I said, man, I don't get into every type of prediction, but
yeah. I just, it's. I just want to relate to my people, have some fun. I'm sure a lot of them feel like me that the politics at that level don't matter. It's an antichrist system, but I just have fun with it. That's all.
Yeah, man. Oh, anyway, man, look, I'm not gonna waste any because I know you people probably want me to off the phone. But listen, I truly don't have no problem with you, man. I just was messing around with you just to let you know that other people have been talking about this for years, and the only thing I care about is warning the people about June 11th. Okay, so if your viewers do come to my channel, just make sure they go to the live section of my channel. That's where all my recent videos are. So,
Okay, I appreciate it.
So let them know it's Jurassic Liars, and then put Elvis Seattle.
All right, sounds good.
All right, dude, man, you take care.
Appreciate it. All right.
All right, bye.
Okay, that was shocking. That was Jurassic Liars. He's big on Elvis. And we're big on Dog Pound. Roof. So, anyone else call in next? Let me see, put this phone number out here for you guys. Where did I put it? Oh, I put it back here. So, yeah, next caller, please. We'll put that up. I don't want to miss this Mandela thing tonight when they find out who's going to win. 1-224-548-3087. So, there we go. 224-548-3087. There we go. Hey, this is Pearson. Can you hear me? Let me fix this. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, now on my end, I goofed it. I apologize. What's going on? Are you from New York?
No, but I just wanted to mention two stories that I'm watching right now. on the television is NBC News,
Okay.
and they're reporting in Kentucky there was a plane crash, a UPS plane crash.
I saw that.
But what they're saying is 11 injuries and 3 dead. So 11 times 3.
33.
And that's what they're reporting right now.
Just before I went on the air, I saw that. I'm like, man, another plane crash?
Yeah, it was a very fiery, lots of fire and smoke.
You know, this world is getting to the point now. Transportation, it appears between that and the TSA, like they're going to close down America about 25%. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
And all that affects our economy. I want people to see the whole picture here because I think economics, that's the way I'm built. And it appears to me that because normally businesses help themselves during the last 3 months of the year because of Christmas. But the last 3 weeks, we've seen nothing but another resurgence of airplane crashes. And then when you talk about this government being locked down, all these TSA and other people, you know, this is shutting the economy down, people.
It is, and I'm wondering about Thanksgiving and Christmas, of course, with the air traffic controllers. They're not being paid.
Exactly.
They're working. So what's going to happen for the holidays and then the new year, 2026, as far as
Yeah, it's you know, I've been saying this long before I hit YouTube, and that is that the middle and upper middle class and the wealthy, the powers had to figure out a way to hit them the way they've always hit struggling people. Like when they had the Ponzi schemes with Bernie Madoff, then they had the other.
A lot of money.
Exactly. Then you had the other Ponzi scheme with the guy who's in a New York prison. I forgot, Blackman, whatever his name is. It seems like they're figuring out ways to hurt the upper middle class and the wealthy the same way they hurt lower middle class for generations. And now when you think about this flight affects a lot of people. Anything from the pilots, the people who make the food, people who take the luggage off, the stewardess. You go down the road, that's affecting jobs. And you just inventory your mind. This is an economy killer. And the money that they have on reserve, I mean, what do they have? $7 billion to. That's Mickey Mouse money. That's going to be good for like what, 15 to 20 days. Then what? And that's not even taking care of other aspects that we have where people aren't working. And poor TSA, they literally are in a contract where they cannot, what's the word? Strike.
Negotiate.
Right. Well, yeah, strike because they got it caught up in like a legal thing and a safety thing and security thing. But we had this back in the day with Ronald Reagan, so it's nothing new. But it looks like they trapped the people for the future. They made laws, a little while back for the future, because I always think future past. And if I'm working 3 weeks already and I haven't gotten a paycheck, at some point I'm thinking, man, I got a house or got a mortgage just for rent, whatever. I mean, car note. Some things your creditors might work with you, but suppose you don't have 3 or 4 months of liquid cash in the bank. What do? You just say, I quit and start something else? I mean, this is not good for them.
Well, the bills keep on coming. We know that, people have property taxes, sewer bills, HOA fees,
Good point.
the home insurance, sewer bill,
Oh my God.
gas power.
Right,
and,
right. They've got us in a fix, don't they?
The garbage bill, everything, all the bills keep coming no matter what.
And you're right. And these are bad times to have these issues like this. And I'm just feeling for these people because I did a video the other day where I showed that the government borrowed $50 billion, and it was not even talked about unless you went to a financial channel. But this is a problem that they're borrowing
Was that
money.
done on Halloween? Was that done on Halloween, Franchot?
You know, I forgot, but they did it very sneaky over the weekend, something like that. They did it. I was like, okay,
Right.
and I caught it,
Interesting.
because I do finance as a hobby, and about every 15, 20 days I'll do a financial video, and I looked at that, I'm like, is that true? And I went and did the research, and I was like, my God, I said $50 billion. So I compared to last year, they didn't come nowhere near a number like that last year. In fact, if I had the time, I would have compared this to the housing crisis of '08. But I just didn't have the time to do that kind of research. But I just did a quick video so people can see. But yeah, these are very bad times financially for people.
Wait, can you explain it in simple terms? So there was a $50 billion loan to the bank from what, the government?
Yeah, it's part, to my understanding, it's part government, it's part bonds, and they bought something else. They figured out different avenues to get some liquid cash because they didn't have any cash coming in from people who weren't working. You see what I'm saying? They had to offset it because what happened was people kept extracting money out the bank, right? So now the banks are going through a depletion period. But like I say, I think about future past. Don't quote me on it, but let's say 10 years ago, this wasn't like this back in the day. The banks used to have to keep 10% liquid cash in their vaults. Now they don't have to. So they set this generation up that if you have a crisis like now or factors like now, they don't have the money. So they gotta borrow because people are taking money out the bank to pay their bills. So when you come there, right? So when you come there and you ask for money, it's not there if it's a big lump.
Oh my God.
So the big banks can kind of get through this crisis, but the small banks, the way I look at it, if this thing continues the way it's continuing, this shutdown, we're going to start seeing by January, we're going to have banks closed.
Unit or plumbing, and I applied today for that, and I asked them, I said, is there money in your organization because we're at the end of 2025, and she said right now we have funds to help with a certain amount of money for, like, say, something serious, like a leaking roof.
Yeah.
Or in my case, it's a AC heating unit. I got 5 quotes from 5 different companies, ranging between $10,000 and $15,000. And so I can't afford that. And I heard about this program, and I really pray and I hope that the funds are there, and that once it's depleted, that there's some replenishing. I asked him, I said, where does the money come from?
Yeah.
And the guy on the phone said, well, we get money from all types of different sources.
Right.
And I'm not really clear. It's not all government funded. Some of it is other organizations. But yeah, it's something that I applied for, and I hope I get that.
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
what can I say?
Yeah, it appears to me what the devil is doing, he's on our money. And when I say he's on our money, he's literally going in, look like every aspect in terms of transactions, in terms of people who are on disability, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. They're squeezing us so we can surrender and go into this chip moment. That's what I believe. And it shows you these are the last days. The Bible said that, man won't be able to buy or sell without the mark. So this is the first time in history where we've got everything in place at the same time. We've got, in my humble opinion, the political figure. We've got the economic system in place. We've already got the blueprint in China where everything's, the technology watches you 24/7. And the world is gradually transforming into this 1984 state. And so now I believe that I believe they've actually put their foot on the pedal and say, you know what? It's time to force America and other free countries into it. Number one, we'll do the sneak attack because, and the guy gave me the revelation of the day. They first attacked the people's jobs. Now they're attacking the programs because everybody was saying, look, you fired all these people with Doge, and then after Elon Musk left, Trump a few months later, he fired some people, and people were saying, well, wait a minute, if I need something done, we don't have enough people to get it done. Well, you won't need it now because now they're getting rid of programs. And how did you get in programs? They're lying, saying that we got a shutdown. If you have a shutdown, you don't need what? You don't need workers to send out the money.
Right.
It's a trap.
AI is in place now.
I would have never dreamed how they were going to do it, but I've got tons of books saying that they were going to do it. God bless the evangelists and ministers before me who talked about it, who prepped me for this moment. So I stood on their shoulders, but man, to actually see it, I'm praying that this one is just another, how would you say, a way to really just tease us before the big one. But if it's the big one and Jesus is coming, hey, let's just get it on, okay? Because I'm sure.
Franchot, I watched a documentary on the stock, collapse of the 1930s.
Yes.
And there was a smaller one before the big one.
Yes, that's true.
It was significant. It was serious. And then the market adjusted.
Right.
And then the people all sighed a sigh of relief, like, oh, okay, we're fine. Everything's good.
Right.
And then
Boom.
the big one hit. And I believe that God gives us warnings
Yes.
out of grace and mercy. And we got to heed the warnings. We have to pay attention. We have to have our ear to the Lord. And just ask him, like in our heart, that he could prepare us for when things really get very serious.
I just don't know what to do at that point because, I mean, everybody doesn't have farmland. A lot of people are in cities. I mean, it looks like the goal is to kill people. I have to be blunt. This is his season. And yeah, we're going to have to trust the Lord and pray, but people are going to have to open up their arms, those who have it, and help people who couldn't plan because they didn't have the money to plan. In other words, you got some people already in desperate states already.
Yes. And then also, President Trump said he's going to start nuclear testing in Nevada.
I know, right?
And so, that's concerning. We're all aware that we could have an event, a global one.
Yes.
But he just said other countries do it on a regular basis, and we need to do that. We're going to start it, and it's not going to be big explosions like that. But who knows what goes through the atmosphere or what the wind will carry. What's that testing?
Yeah, you're right. That's true. I've been critiqued and criticized that I'm selfish, and I'll take that. But I don't want to go through none of this nonsense. I just don't want to go through any of this.
Born in the 1950s.
Yeah, I don't want to go through. I am, because I'm withered and I'm worn. It's like mentally I don't get a break anyway. I have to do so many videos just to make an income. But I've always had to. It's like, when do you get a mental break around here on the planet? These are fallen angels. I'm at the point now, I believe Christians need to get together, get on this YouTube, and pray that they all fall out, DEAD. That's my attitude. I don't know about you. They can all fall out and just go to another planet. I don't care. I don't care about them because they don't care about us. They have got to be in our politics and they got to be on our finance, because this is not normal for a man or woman to pass this kind of legislation and just do nothing, and people are going to starve. And I know people have gotten bad habits. I get it. You probably got 20%. I listened to a guy today who was in the Army, and he said, you know what? You want to talk about waste, fraud, and abuse? He said the only military agency that passed the audit was the Navy. I didn't know that. I got to do the research. He said that today. I listened to him. It's a Social Security guy. He said he was in the Navy. He was in the armed forces, and he said you want to talk about waste, fraud, and abuse. And I had to agree with him because I remember reading things back in the day that the Army has never passed the audit. So we got waste, fraud, and abuse everywhere. The question is, which one did they want to go after? I'm just keeping it real.
It's global. It's not just us. It's global. Waste, fraud, and abuse is a global. It's part of human nature. It's part of the structure of mankind,
Yeah.
and the government, and how the world operates. It's just the way it is.
I know, right?
And I ask the Lord all the time. That we're in a fallen world,
Yes.
and we choose to open our hearts to God by faith.
Yeah.
And yet we're here. We're here where the enemy was cast down to the earth. We're right now on the earth. We're separated from God. We're physically separated, and so our hope is that we're reunited with our Heavenly Father,
Yeah.
our Creator.
That's my prayer.
But right now, like that song from the 1990s,
Right.
The world is a vampire.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
world is a vampire. I don't know who wrote that song or who sang it. I don't know which band, but I think it's a song from the 1990s. And I don't know. It's difficult for me quite often just to know that how the world operates.
Right.
It's not on God's laws.
Well, I made a joke the other day. Me and God, we tell jokes. So I told joke today. I told God today. I'm like, you know what? I can see Gabriel looking at God's side eye and say, the trumpet, man, the trumpet. Can I blow it?
The trumpet.
Can you imagine? If I was a cartoonist, I would do that, right? Can you imagine Gabriel looking at God every day like, God, the trumpet, man, the trumpet. Can I blow it? Come on.
Yeah, technology for you and me. We grew up with black and white TV and radio, you and me. And we look at how much it changed, how fast in our lifetime to go from radio and black and white TV and the phone that we used to have to dial with our finger.
I know, right?
We used to have to do it in a circle.
Right.
And then we could put a dime in a phone booth and make a call a dime.
Right.
And now everything's technology and advanced. And I just saw in the news too that Tom Brady cloned his dog, and that was on NBC News. So we're not talking gossip.
All right.
They're reporting it.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah. I got to be careful because I can't talk about those things because that's all right. I decoded Dolly to you know who back in the day.
Right.
I broke the code on Dolly to you know who back in the day. No one's ever done that, but I did it. I decoded it. I sure did. You know me, hey, when God give me stuff, I do it. But with my old channel, I did a whole lot of things and I lost the channel. But anyway, look, thanks for calling. I looked at two different scores here, so to speak. And Madami is ahead in one, and Cuomo is ahead in the other one. So I don't know what's going on in New York, but right now it's 9:13. So I'm expecting within the next 15, 20 minutes, we should hear something.
Okay, now just real quick, I didn't know that someone not born in the United States could run. Because he was born in Uganda.
You have to be here for a certain period of time, and of course have your citizenship. Then you can run.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the results.
Yeah. Did you see the decode I did on Barack Obama in the hospital he was born in?
No, but I'll look at it.
No. I'm gonna tell you right quick.
Okay.
Barack Obama was born in Honolulu, Hawaii, right? Everybody knows that. So
According to what they say.
thank you. So 3 weeks ago, the Holy Spirit told me, you're not done with this decode. I'm like, okay, God. He said, go back into the hospital. So I looked up the hospital where he was born. Guess what year the hospital was founded?
Let's say 63?
Trump's birthday, June 14th.
Wow.
What are the odds? I know that's funny. You can Google it. I don't make this stuff up. God just talks to me. We just sit here and talk to each other, and he'd be like, "No, go check that out."
All right. And I will look at that video now that you mentioned it. I'll go back.
And the one on Dick Cheney, if I'm not mistaken, I took Dick Cheney's death date and subtracted it from the day that Israel became a nation, which was May 14th. So I believe I took May 14th, 2025, subtracted from today's date, and it came out to 6/14 also. That's Trump. God is showing me everything is in relation to Trump. It's amazing how they do this.
Everything is amazing. The colors, and the numbers, like that report about the Kentucky UPS plane crash tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to decode that.
How do they know? I mean, they could just throw in a number and say 11.
That's true too. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. I believe we're living in the snake eyes moment, the 111, because the Pope. It all started when the Pope died on April 21st, which is the 111th day of the year. So God told me 2 years ago. I started saying that we're back in the garden, but I had no idea the numerical significance of it until the Pope died. And then Joe Aquaviva helped me with that decode back, and they went and did it live a couple months ago. But the Pope died on April 21st. That's the 111th day of the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Snake Eye, the 111, and then I did a video. Remember, Texas had a flood on July 4th of this year.
Okay.
And I showed that video where you had the mailbox, and the mailbox had address 111 on it.
Oh.
That's not a coincidence. God just shows me. Then remember the Indian guy that was on the airplane about 3 months ago? He was the only survivor.
Yes.
He was sitting in seat 11A. A being the first letter of the alphabet. That's 111. You know this stuff.
Well, we're in November now, which is 11.
Thank you. And I'm thinking 3 major people are going to die just like they did in July. So the first one that died was Dick.
When is 11/11? What day of the week is that?
That's a good point.
November 11th.
This time next week.
Okay, this time next week.
But your connection is this. On 7/20, the Cosby Kid died. On 7/22, Osborne died. On 7/24, Hulk Hogan died. Well, today is the day that Dick Cheney died. He's 84, and I connected all the numbers. I subtracted Malcolm Jamal Warner's birthday from Dick Cheney. The reason why I did that, because I'm predicting 3 major politicians to die this month, and it will do what happened in July. Why am I doing that? Because Trump back in the day doing 9/11, remember he said 7/11 instead of 9/11 by accident?
Right.
7/11, July and November. You get it?
Got it.
It's deep. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
And then I think tomorrow is the 6th, right? Is tomorrow the 6th?
Tomorrow's the 5th.
Oh, tomorrow's the 5th. Okay.
Jesus is coming soon. Let's go to heaven. That's all I got to say.
Amen.
God, I'm tired of decode. I got to get a hookup with Gabriel so we can have a chat about blowing that horn.
All right. Praise the Lord. Praise
Thank
the
you.
Lord.
God bless. Thank you.
Amen.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. All right, people. So yeah, I let her talk long. Only had one person try to call, but that was beautiful. People, look.
The contrast between where Mamdani was just
Mamdani looks like he's winning. Anybody in New York?
The polls to being the Democratic nominee could not be greater tonight.
Okay, here's somebody here.
Hundreds of members of the media here, and as polls are about to close.
This is Mamdani. How you doing?
This is Christy. How you doing?
This is Mamdani. I'm casting my vote. Why are you calling me? What's going on?
I wanted to talk just for a second about the air traffic controllers.
Oh my God, yeah. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So my dad was an air traffic controller at an international airport for 35 years.
Okay.
He's been here for 20 years. He's 82 years old now. He said that they make upwards of 200 in a year.
Yeah, 20 grand a year, sure.
And he said the 35 years that he was in traffic controlling, he always prepared for a shutdown.
Was that after the Reagan days? Is that why he did it after the Reagan days?
He was an air traffic controller since like 1980.
Okay, there you go.
1975. He got on with DF report like in the early to mid 70s ish.
So he planned.
And retired. He said, straight from his mouth, I called him last week and I asked him what he thought about it. He said, Christy, he said, the money that they make monthly, they should have themselves prepared for months without pay.
Yeah, hopefully.
Shame on them.
I know.
They're not living within their means.
And a lot of people don't, unfortunately. You know, I decode for a living, so when I do my financial research, I run into a lot of videos where people are saying they make the 6 figures and they're broke.
Yeah, well, he did it for 35 years, and he went through some shutdowns, and he was never broke.
Beautiful.
So he doesn't feel sorry for the air traffic controllers. Point blank. They make enough money. If they knew how to budget their money,
right,
and they fought every month for a shutdown,
right,
they would be able to pay their bills. But they want to spend every dime they make, and then when a shutdown happens, they can't pay their bills.
I get it.
That comes from the mouth of an air traffic controller.
I wonder, I didn't do the statistics. I wonder how many shutdowns have we had in the last 20 years? Off the top of my head, I think this is the third. I'm not sure.
I think my dad went through 2, and I remember back in the 80s when I was 14, there was a big strike.
Right.
And a whole bunch of them went on strike. You can't do that now.
Right.
But the 80s they could, and they went on strike. My dad was one of the only ones that didn't. And they actually had to fly him to New York. He had to live there for 3 years. He lived in Manhattan, and he had to train new air traffic controllers because they were all gone. They all went on strike.
Yeah. I can imagine the stress level of that. I've had a few pilot friends. Yeah, so yeah, and like anything, not just traffic control, you're right. You're making that kind of money, you need to put some money for a rainy day or emergencies.
Yeah. Well, anytime you're working for the government, you have to plan for shutdowns.
I guess that's a good point.
And if you don't plan for shutdowns, then words from my dad, shame on you.
Shame on you.
And my dad lived, he's still alive.
Right.
He has lived a wonderful financial life.
Beautiful.
And went through at least two.
Shutdowns?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then the other one, he ended up having to go to Washington, D.C. for 3 years, and he worked at the headquarters in D.C. So my dad's been through it.
Right.
He was in the Air Force. He did 4 years in the Air Force. He worked at the Houston, helped open the Houston Bush International Airport.
Right.
He worked there 6 months, and then he got a call from DFW. They were like, we have a position open, Ralph. We want you to come work for us. So he moved back to his hometown in Fort Worth, and he did 35 years.
You know, like I told the other lady who called, I am really praying that it doesn't go too long, because again, I did KFC for 19 years, and part of mine was in retail environments like malls, and I know those people depend on this money this time every year to either break even or bail them out. And
Yeah.
if people don't have money, they're not going to shop. It's going to be a ripple effect on the whole economy, and this could be an economy killer for a lot of businesses. And that's what I'm thinking about, business wise.
The air traffic controllers shouldn't have a money issue. If they are having a money issue after not getting one paycheck,
Right.
then they're not budgeting.
They're not budgeting.
They're living outside of their means.
Right.
My dad always made his mortgage payment and all of his bills and never had to struggle with a shutdown.
Right. Well,
So, a lot of it is people that get their money and they think, oh, okay, this is what money I have to spend, and they spend it all. And then they're crying when there's a shutdown and they can't make their mortgage payment because they don't have 2 or 3 or 4 months worth of house
yes,
payment
exactly.
in savings.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
If you're making $100,000 a year, you should be able to afford to do that.
I read a good book, had to be over 25 years ago, on financial literacy. I was so glad I got that book. I've always had pretty good habits, and I try to prepare for the rainy days. But yeah, that's the reality, and no matter how much money you're making, you got to prepare for it, especially if you have kids. You know, somebody might get sick, emergency, you have a car. So yeah, you got to do those things. But yeah, we could talk all day. I've done a few videos this past week, and I'm forgiving the people who went out there and had 3, 4, 5 kids and stuff like that with three different guys. But
Yeah.
my thing is, hopefully they can even learn from this situation, because like you said, when you're talking about the government, they can pull the rug from up under you anytime they want to.
And they want. Now, Dad did tell me that he is getting his retirement.
Mm-hmm.
It's not affecting his retirement. It only affected him when he was out in the workforce.
Right.
He is getting his retirement checks.
Did he ever talk to you about things which are happening overseas, anything like that? How they handle this type of thing, or
No.
okay, yeah, that'd be interesting to do some research. Sometimes I just wish I had a staff, but I don't make that kind of money because my mind just goes. I try to do comparisons and learn and see how things do. But when I used to be an assistant building manager, security director, I made a few friends in aviation and pilots, so we used to talk all the time. So, because
Yeah.
I'm a people person, so I like to talk, so I learned about that. But yeah, you got a budget.
Yeah, I never was interested in his job.
Oh, okay. Okay. I hope he's not listening.
I never was really that interested in this job, but I do remember when I was a kid, he flew me and my sister to New York for a month over summer break.
Yeah.
And, we went to West Point, and we traveled some, and yeah, we stayed there, and then he came back after he trained people. After about 3 years, he came back to DFW in Fort Worth, and he worked, and then something else happened, not sure, but they sent him to Washington, D.C. He lived in Maryland, and he worked there at the headquarters for about 3 years.
Right.
But they were in some kind of pinch to send my dad to D.C. So, the fact is they're going to get in pinches because they work for the government. And if they can't handle it, then they need to not work for the government, because that's part of it.
Yeah, I like your logic, and I hope a whole lot of people hear this. That makes a whole lot of sense. When you make that kind of money, and plus, you working for the government. So just enough the last 30, 40 years, a person should know to put some money to the side.
Put some money to the side.
You got to. You just have to. Especially, you got these countries out here or these cities that have floods and stuff like that. You have factors that you can't control.
Yeah.
You just can't.
As far as the shutdown, I have my own theory on that.
I know, right?
I don't know that it's going to reopen. I think it may be part of the whole world order.
Yes.
I don't know we're in a place in this world where changes happen and then things get better. I think changes are happening and things are getting worse.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's going to reopen or not.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I put that out there in a video a few days ago, and I said that maybe what they're doing is that they're not going to have it for a while, to make you squirm for it. So when they offer you the mark, you know what I'm trying to say, hint, 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 you'll take it.
You'll take.
Oh, it's so devilish, isn't it? It's devilish.
And you're not wanting to go loot or steal the food, but
right.
Hey, you're going to take the mark.
Right. I decoded it right off the bat. There was a lady, I forgot where she was from. She was a politician. When they first started this, I don't know if you caught that video. One lady was bashing, the Democrats about this, that, and the other. So I had the presence of mind, or had to be the Holy Spirit. I took her birthday and subtracted from the day that she was bashing the Democrats for not, passing the bill. Do you know that number came out to 614? I subtracted her birthday. This is a true story. The video's there. In fact, let me see if I can pull it up. I subtracted her birthday from the day that she was criticizing them, and I subtract those 2 days, and it came out to Trump's birthday. And I was like, look at this. Every time you turn around, it's Trump, Trump, Trump. So a lot of this stuff is fixed.
Oh yeah.
It's fixed. They're both getting us. See if I can find this one video.
And as far as this New York voting for governor and all, I don't know, because I think everything is already set in place. Yeah, you're going through the motions, but I don't think it really matters. I think they already know who's going to.
I think you're right. Yeah, I can't find that video offhand, but yeah, I did a video when.
If you look back on your videos, the likes.
Mm-hmm.
Probably at least 70% of your videos.
Right.
You'll probably notice that I'm the first like.
Oh, okay.
But you pop up, the drop down comes on my phone, and it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I hit the thing and go watch your video.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do. Because you know what? It is when I say it's a challenge, you don't know the half. I've become numb to what the algorithm does to me over the years. I've become numb. It's like, why complain anymore? I email them. It's like, man, back in the day, you know what I used to do? I used to set the alarm every 15 or 20, 30 minutes. True story. I would have maybe 2,000 views at 11 o'clock. I go check at 11:30. It'll say 1,980.
So you drop.
And I'm like, how do you lose views? Same thing with thumbs up and everything else. It's like, I can't win. It's ridiculous. But
they control how many followers you have. They remove them, they add them. They have control of all that.
Yeah, it is. All right, but I can't find this one video. But thank you for being around here. This helps me, this encourages me. But I'm on a very small budget. I deliberately, I was working full time when I started YouTube, and the Lord asked me to stop. I'm like, God, I'm not. And then He just told me to quit, and I did. And I had money saved up, and then I lost the channel, and you guys helped me out to get me through. And I finally got monetized again. But this has been HELL.
And I know. I do watch your numbers, and they are creeping slowly.
Yeah. I believe a friend of mine told me that Pearson, he believes that what God is doing to me is that He's gradually growing me. So when the big stuff happen, that's when it will really pop. I'm like, okay, you think? He said, Pearson, I believe that's God's plan, because if I peak too soon, they would probably come after me.
Well, I've kind of thought that too because I watch your numbers every day. And I'm like, man, he's moving, but he's creeping.
Yeah.
And then I bet one day I'm going to look on here and he's going to have jumped to like 55,000.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, because back in the day when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. And I literally was getting anywhere between 300 to 1,000 subscribers a day. Yeah. I didn't know what I couldn't even spell algorithm. But I was on a roll. In fact, I got an email one time and said I was one of the fastest growing YouTubers back in the day, 5 years ago. And then they just took it from me, because they saw what God was doing. But I had a long talk with God, and I'll tell you this, and everybody else will hear it. I do believe in retrospect that God allowed it to happen.
Yeah, I do too.
Because he had to reserve me for this moment.
Yeah.
It hurt though.
And I do believe that God will take care of your needs.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, let's do the Chris Tucker. See, Mandani. All right. Tell your dad I said hello and God bless him.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. All right, bye-bye. Now, as you guys can see, Mandani, oh, they took it away. Mandani's got 49.6. I don't know where this is at. Anybody from New York heard anything? Let me see. Oh, here's somebody else. Hey, this is Pearson. God bless. How are you?
How's it going, Pearson? How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, Mandani, Mandela.
Oh man, New York is screwed.
Yeah, have you heard anything yet on the results?
I'm watching you.
You can watch two things at one time because I'm trying to not miss it. But okay, so I'm seeing okay, they just moved it away. So how you been? I think you call me at least every other time when I have a live. So God bless you. Appreciate you calling me. So what's been going on?
All right, I reckon I'm just ready. I'm ready to go home.
Man,
You know what I mean?
man, I hear you.
It's coming close. Hey, I want to congratulate you. I've seen that one live you did. It might have been the last one you did at Broadview.
Yeah.
You had over 100,000 views. That's what's up.
Yeah, I have two people.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you. Joe Aquaviva about a year ago started mentioning to me different strategies. And I didn't know if you hold the phone a certain way, like if you notice, I'm doing this on my phone. It allows more people to see your video. And he said, Pearson, do that. He says, yeah. I'm like, okay, so I'll go out and live and do the same thing. He said, yeah. I'm like, okay. So, yeah, I think I had one about a month and a half ago. I had 281,000 views. So yeah, it allows, believe it or not, I'll make less than $15 off of 2 hours worth of work, but the residual is the thing. I get people to literally watch the other videos at the same time I can minister them and show the decodes. And then another friend of mine, she told me, she says, Pearson, she says, you know what? You got to do the lives. I'm like, yeah. I said, but it's a lot of work. I said, do you know how much preparation? She said, just do it. That's how she talks to me. Just do it. I'm like, okay.
I don't know. Sometimes though, Pearson, they get you so stressed out.
I know. I do need to have somebody with me in a perfect world, but I don't have that one friend in Illinois that I'm really, I guess I don't look enough. But anyway,
You can't trust nobody anyway now.
I know, because I've been burnt enough. But yeah, here's the thing. And I appreciate you critiquing me like that, because I do have to keep my temper under control. But here's the thing.
Not just worry about you getting stressed out. I worry about your health.
Yeah, I as long as I get 7.5 to 9 hours of sleep, and I take my senior nap and do my herbs, I take my
I just turned 55. I'm getting up there.
I take my senior nap, man. Ain't no shame in my game.
That's hilarious. I ain't never heard that.
I open the door and let the dog pound walk itself. I'm like, get on up out of here, man.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
I'm sleepy. Go ahead.
I know, right? But yeah, man,
When you want in.
When I first started YouTube, I thought I knew what I was doing, because I thought I did all the research to know, but I didn't know a fourth. So
I got a channel, Pearson, but I only do good on shorts, like longer videos, I guess, because my grill's kind of messed up because they ain't got no teasers, so they don't like that.
Okay.
The algorithm won't push it out. Especially if I'm talking straight out the Bible truth, no, it won't push it out.
Oh, wow.
Now, if I do shorts with CapCut and use like photos or templates,
Yeah.
I'll get some videos I've got been on there for 3 weeks. I've got 6,000 views. It ain't too bad.
Wow.
But only do good in shorts.
Yeah, I get it.
Do a live. I've done lives before, and the only thing comes out is mockers.
Right. Let me do some research, because I'm looking at, I think this thing's getting close. Madami's at 49.6. I think you have to probably get close to 52 from what they get. Then they're going to make the announcement. It's 9:38 there. I think by 10 o'clock, we're going to know.
Well, don't be surprised if he wins, because that's just part of the end days. Can I tell you something Jesus laid on me right before I called you?
Go ahead, I'm listening. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you know where America messed up?
You pick it.
Well, they messed up because, you know, they were Freemasons when they started the country, but in the, oh God, what is it? Is it the Constitution or the Bill of Rights?
Right.
I guess. Freedom of religion.
Mm.
People want religion, Pearson.
Oh, I like that.
There was only supposed to be one religion.
But you can't force it on people because it's free will. And the founding fathers wouldn't go with that. When you read all their preambles, they really stress free will. So that's why they did it. But I get your logic. But other civilizations have done it, like Ra, like
Yeah, I know.
yeah. So yeah, it's not a new concept, but I get what you're saying. But unfortunately, when it works, the devil's behind it.
Oh man, the devil's behind all this. Every bit of and I don't know if you. I know all the gematria you've done, all the research.
Right.
Has been coming up with Obama could be Antichrist, and that one picture on that book, that magazine.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wasn't that crazy?
That's the name of the magazine.
Yeah, Time magazine. Yeah.
What do you think about Donald Trump? About Donald though, he has got such a big ego, Pearson, and
he's a setup man, buddy. He's a setup man. He's a setup man. He's going.
I pray we in the upper room.
Right.
By the time that happens.
You know what? I'm looking at these numbers as I'm talking to you. Madami has 49.6 and Sewell has 108.377. 108 is Kennedy.
Well, if the Muslim wins, we're.
I want you to read between the lines. I want you to read between the lines. I'm speaking without speaking. Sewell has 108. We just celebrated the 108th birthday of who? JFK.
Okay.
I think some numbers tonight are going to point towards something in the future.
Can I tell you the way I look at it, Pierce?
Go ahead.
You're good with the numbers, right?
Mm-hmm. I guess I'm
Lord
average.
laid it on me to do no numbers.
I guess I'm
You know
average.
what the Lord laid it on me is the politicians are evil. Don't matter which wing it is, same bird.
And that's why.
This is the end days.
That's why this. Go ahead.
Everything that's going on, all the lawlessness. Here we go.
Right.
Thessalonians.
Right.
Check that off. You can go ahead and check that off the list.
That's it.
There's lawlessness everywhere.
And here,
all over the world,
and,
not just here.
And here's the deal, buddy. One of the most thorough videos I ever did on the Purple Rain, I did it today. It was a 30-something minute video.
I haven't seen it yet.
That's
I've
okay.
seen it on my feed, but I ain't watched
Yeah.
it.
Here's the thing. I told a friend of mine a few weeks ago, I'm going to try to stop rushing and making these videos 20 minutes. These are the last days. I'm going to push it. And so I did a 33-minute video today, all the way from 1984 George Orwell. And I had no idea God was going to show me this. But let me tell you how it works. I took the date of, because I have a master sheet that I created 5 years ago. I've been a George Orwell nut since I was knee-high to a toothpick. I took what I remember from back in the day. So I took 1984 George Orwell, the day that he published that book. I subtracted that date from January 20th of 2025 inauguration day, and it came out to 75 years. You know what 75 is? 75 is March 16th. It's the 75th day of the year is March 16th. 316 is Christ or sacrifice. Okay?
From watching you.
Exactly. Exactly.
All the other numbers though, Pearson, see, I was never good at math.
That's okay. That's okay. And then
Look, I never read. You know the only book I've ever read?
What's that?
The Bible.
The Bible. Now, do you know the other part? This is gonna shock you. It came out to 75,713.
Dang.
In other words, this is it. America is 75. 713 is the day that Trump got hit in the ear in Butler, Pennsylvania, they said. So the decode is the most timely video ever, decode ever. All you gotta do is take the day that because they tell you ahead of time. You just got to figure it out. And the Holy Spirit said, Pearson, do your George Orwell when you describe the Purple Rain. So I took the date that George Orwell wrote the book, 1984. I took that date and I subtracted it from the day of the inauguration, and it came out to 75,713. Now, let me tell you what else the Lord told me. He said, take the same day of George Orwell and subtract it from the day of the new Pope. And he got elected on 5/8. And look, man, let me do this right before I mess up. I want to tell you exactly what that, I can't remember the number, but it's going to blow your mind. This decode, oh my God, let me try, Pearson, try to remember. Oh, I know what it is. 75111.
Oh, wow.
Ain't that something? I've been teaching you guys that ever since the Pope died.
Yeah.
So listen again.
Ever since the flood, you remember the street sign?
Thank you, brother. Look at God. Look at God. If people follow my channel, if you don't try to get God in your life through my channel, I don't know what to tell you. So I took George Orwell, the day the book was written, and subtracted it from the day that the new Pope was assigned. He was assigned on May 8th. It came out to 75 years, 111. What is 111? That's the day that the Pope died on April 21st, which is Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
You can't tell me the Holy Spirit didn't give me that. We're at the end. Jesus is coming.
Oh, yeah.
What a decode. There's nothing to debate on those numbers.
Like, probably the next few months he's coming.
Man, I don't know. All I can tell you is this. The things that God has shown me the last 6 months, I don't even know what to tell you, man. Like I cracked the joke a little while ago. I'm looking at Gabriel, looking at God like, are you going to blow this horn or what? Can I blow this horn? Calling people home.
There's going to be two people in the field. One of them's going to disappear.
Man, look, man. I don't care what nobody say. Our Lord and Savior's coming. And
he'll say, oh, aliens took them. They okay. Aliens took them. Everything's okay.
I had no idea God was going to utilize me in these last days like this. I had no idea.
I got saved and baptized in 97.
Right.
Didn't get in church because the actual pastor, the church I went to and got saved and baptized, it was a Pentecostal church. He was a hypocrite. So I turned me away from church. 10 years ago, got back into it, started reading the Bible, and then he just made the light go on, Pearson.
Beautiful.
Everything I read was just jumping off the pages. He was downloaded in my brain almost like a computer. It was crazy.
Yeah. God is beautiful.
And then now I know why I've been so observant since birth.
Since birth, huh? That's beautiful.
And I don't like it sometimes, but you can't turn it off.
No, you can't turn it off. You can't run from it, can't turn it off.
The only time you can turn that observancy off is if you go to sleep.
I know, right? Even it.
Sometimes you have dreams.
Exactly. Now check this out.
I had dreams of chasing the devil. I was trying to catch him, Pearson. I was going to catch him and send him back to hell.
Wow, that's deep. Now check this out.
Hey, that dude, he got some wheels now.
I know, right? Check this out.
He can run.
Check this out. Democrats sweep 3 major races in New Jersey, New York, and Virginia.
Wow.
So the Democrat, you know why that's happening, don't you? This is a referendum. I predicted this. This is a referendum on Donald J. Trump.
Okay.
Because the 9 months, the numbers that they're saying in the economy are fudged. They're not right. People know the truth. They're lying. So people in this, there was a lot of things I'm looking for tonight. But the main thing is New York. But I'm looking at these sweeps. The sweeps started a couple of hours ago.
Well, the devil got a choker chain around all of them's neck.
Somebody just typed in the chat. They says Madani won.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Let me see. Somebody.
Go ahead.
What? Let me see. Yeah. Let me let me get up.
Brother, hey, God bless you. Jesus loves you.
God, thank you.
In the next line.
All right, thanks. Bye bye.
All right. God bless you.
All right, thanks. All right, you guys hold back on the calls. Hold back. I don't want to miss this, because if someone's saying that Madami won, I want to see if I can find this. You guys hold tight. Mandami I never spell his name right. Winner. Let me see. Come on, Pearson. Mandami Winner. I'm not gonna get it right. I gotta spell his name. Okay, Mamdani Pearson. Mamdani. 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 Anybody heard anything? Nothing yet. How did you find out Madani won? How did you find out that Madani won? What is that? CNN, CBS, ABC, Mickey Mouse? Where'd you hear that? Let me see what's going on.
Earlier, when I've been speaking with officials, is whether or not they saw this as a referendum on the president's first 9 months in office. Anderson basically is that they were in wait and see.
It looks like he has one. They got a check next to his name. Oh, I missed it. Hold on.
Already tonight from former Trump campaign advisors saying that they believe this is a candidate quality issue and that Republicans need to run better candidates who are more in line with the president in order to secure victory.
I think you're right. I saw it. I saw a check next to his name. So we got to wait for the victory speech, guys.
Reporters will be able to go into the room there and ask the president himself, what does he make of these victories by Democrats tonight?
I wonder, are these hard numbers, or are these just people that they talk to?
I think that there were questions about the candidate in Virginia, and the president was sort of never really did officially endorse her, did he? But in Jersey, he fully embraced the candidate and praised him as a great candidate. And now
it'll be interesting to see whether that's his message tonight or whether he strikes more of the firebrand message than he used to close the campaign, talking about the existential crisis facing New York City.
See, they got a projection, guys.
Andrew, thank you so much. Adam Cooperstein, Gilma.
Wow.
Here as we continue our special streaming coverage of Decision 2025, and now the key races have been called. Projected winners in the New York City mayor's race, as you just saw with Andrew Stiff there.
Purple tie, purple tie.
4-year-old socialist, an upstart.
Black and white, checkerboard.
The electorate here in New York City, and also has drawn harsh criticism from opponents, looking like he is now the projected winner. The question, though, that I was going to ask Andrew or Melissa, if we can get either one of them, Gilma, we've been talking about this. We knew this would be a race according to the
wow, Mandani.
He had the edge, but would he clear 50%? It looks like that's the question now. Is this going to be the first time a projected winner, a New York City mayor, wins an election in the general without clearing 50% in decades?
Guys, if I can weigh in here, that was a huge part of the Cuomo campaign when he was making the case for Curtis Lewa to drop out and to set up a one-on-one, because Cuomo's argument was that Mamdani can't hit 50%.
Wow, look at that, y'all.
Doesn't want Mamdani as mayor. So the best way for Mamdani and his supporters to
yeah, he's going to win.
Does clear 50%.
Wow, look at that.
Fluctuating with about 85% of the returns in there, but the last one we saw, he's slightly above 50%. That does put it.
Now you guys know what he stands for, right? He wants to tax the wealthy or get rid of the wealthy, period. He wants what? Correct me if I'm wrong. He also wants to have what? Free health care or very, very much discounted welfare. I'm sorry. Discounted child care or free child care, right? Free buses. I'm exhausted from working all day. Free buses. What else? Groceries. Federal grocery stores, right? So it's like 5 different things I know are major. Federal grocery stores, free bus rides, tax the wealthy more. I'm just trying to think offhand. Daycare, discounted or free. I don't think he can. I don't think he can promise all that. I don't think he can promise all that. I don't think he can do it. I just don't. I just don't. Maybe 2 out of 5, you can tax the rich. The question is, when you tax the rich, how many of them might move? I don't know. The guy has flip-flopped though. You know, he's flip-flopped a few times when he said, look, you know, he said what he said about the police, right? And then he flipped the other way. Let's talk about Cuomo. What do you guys think hurt Cuomo? I'm gonna lead it off. You know what hurt Cuomo? The sexual allegations, or the truth, allegedly, and what he did with the elderly. I did stories on my last channel. I did that, and I know a lot of former New Yorkers that I worked with during that time. When he did what he did to the elderly in New York, it was a wrap, people. I ain't got no skin in the game. I'm just saying, because I had friends whose loved ones died during that period. And the best thing they could do was stand between a glass. But this situation in New York was crazy. They was at 18-wheelers, right? I can't talk about it too much, but grandma and grandpa, you don't mess with them, especially in New York, because New York has a very galvanized history when it comes down to family. You know, that's to me, he couldn't outlive that, because that's recent memory. Now, I don't know the kind of campaign that Mamdani ran, but if he put that out there a lot, that's a major campaign strategy. And that's politics. You got to use it. But yeah, the lack of what he did to the senior citizens back in the day, Cuomo burnt his own pants. Just keeping it real, y'all. Although he's much smarter, he's much wiser. He's been in politics probably 5 times longer than Mamdani. He knows how to run a city, of course. And economically, he could advise Mamdani on how to generate money, because here's the deal, people. When you are a politician, whether it's a mayor or a governor, you've got to be able to pull money from Washington, D.C. This is one reason I'm saying that Mamdani might have some issues, because he got to kiss the ring to get some money from New York, in part. Not all of it, but in part. But yeah, let's check this out. Let's see what's going on.
What he has described as a civil war, as a notion that Democrats are going to have to learn to make room for all different types in the party. I think Cuomo's going to sort of take credit for expanding the message in New York City. That would be my guess. And I would also expect him to echo what he did in June, to strike a note of being gracious towards Zohran Mamdani, even though throughout the campaign that was not his tone towards his opponent.
My next question here, Andrew, perhaps Cuomo himself doesn't have an answer to. What do you think the next chapter holds for Cuomo in a post-politics?
He's done. He should go retire.
Well, that's a great question. First of all, you assume it's post-politics. He still has money in his campaign account. In theory, he could run for governor.
He could run for governor.
Many people will say, bad idea, you're coming off losing the primary, losing the general, that doesn't make sense. But he would never rule it out.
If he runs for governor, that's because it's not going to be a fresh face that can win. Other than that, Cuomo's done. There's no sense of doing that.
It's been reported that he made millions of dollars in his consulting business last year, so he has lucrative knowledge to fall back on. He'll have another chapter in his future for sure.
Andrew, I've got the NBC News exit polling for the mayor's race in front of me, and I think there's a few really fascinating numbers. This is the one that the anti-Mamdani crowd is going to seize on, okay? The exit polling shows that if it was a 2-man race and only Mamdani and Cuomo were running, 47 would vote for Mamdani, 44% for Cuomo, showing a race within that margin for error. Was this election actually decided weeks ago when it was clear it's not going to be a two-man race?
You know what? I think one of the things Mamdani will seize on, as the current numbers show, Mamdani has a bigger lead than the total number of votes for Curtis Sliwa. So he's going to make the case that even if Sliwa had dropped out, he wins anyway.
I'm going to pull up another feed because I want to see what else is going on in this race. I want to see. I want to get another live. That's NBC, CNN. Let's see what's going on here. We'll wait for a commercial break. I am Franchot Pearson. Welcome to Franchot Blue. Please hit the thumbs up. We are carrying.
Andrew Cuomo is not speaking after voting it. We're going to have to precinct. I want to listen to this. Listen.
You guys see that? You see all this purple? Those of you all who've been with me for years, remember 2 years ago what I predicted? Those of you all who've been with me 2 years ago, I predicted when they had the midterm, people had on purple and red and black. And so far, we've been seeing purple a lot tonight. Look at that. The purple rain is real, y'all. The purple rain is real. It's real. I believe they get memos. They tell them what to do.
I want to thank them for
This not even live, my bad. That's not even live. They faked me out. Let me find an update.
Gloria Cosmino. Gloria, first of all, this room is really filling up. People are getting extremely excited. I've seen people in tears, hugging each other. There is a feeling of catharsis about every election night, I think, for people who worked on campaigns. But for Mamdani supporters...
You know, we're going to go to East Brunswick, New Jersey now to listen to the victory speech of Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill, the newly elected governor of New Jersey.
But man, with this vote, you guys just screamed from the rooftop.
So she just won.
And people around the country have heard you.
New Jersey.
I hear you too. This is a tough fight, and this is a tough state. But I know you, New Jersey, and I love you. I fought for you. I've spoken with thousands of you over this last year. I know your struggles. I know your hopes. I know your dreams.
I don't want to miss Mandami, so hold tight. I'm gonna try to find him. I can respect everybody's other candidates, but I don't want to miss Mandami. Okay, so she's speaking.
When it's easier to bend and up.
Oh, she's all over the place. I wanna find Mandami.
Organizations that have been doing the damn work, UAW, so many others. That's what they should be doing.
What's gonna happen with you next? Where are you gonna do next?
Oh, I'm chilling, man. I don't know. I'm just, if anyone needs me, I'll try to be there for them. That's about it.
It's so good to see you. Thank you so much. It's great. Lovely to see you.
Congratulations. I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here. It's so good. This is awesome. That's Jamal, former Congressman Jamal Bowman. I'm not.
She got on purple too. She got on maroon. Look.
Emily's trying to sell me. All right, let's go.
She got on purple too as an anchor. Everybody got on purple so far.
Oh, sorry. I did not mean to do that. Oh, are you okay? Oh, you're good. Okay. Hi, I'm Rania. Welcome to the show, Bonnie Williams. Welcome. You are. I'm not a New Yorker. I know you're the New York City public advocate. Congratulations on your win tonight. So how you feeling?
I'm euphoric. I think I'm more excited for Mamdani's win than mine. This is a complete repudiation and rejection of the politics of people like Andrew Cuomo, who chose ugliness, as ugly as you can get, who chose bias, who chose fear. And his type of politics brought us Donald Trump. And New York City has rejected that. They said we're going to adopt a message of inclusivity. making sure that everyone can enjoy a safe or affordable New York. I couldn't be more excited about that. And it looks like across this country, we're seeing people say, waking up and say, we don't want an authoritarian government. So Mamdani's message absolutely has to be the future of the Democratic Party, because what came before brought us Donald Trump. And I'm euphoric right now.
I want to also ask you, there were so many attacks on Zoran Mamdani. There were Islamophobic attacks on him. They weaponized anti-Semitism against him. They also tried to say black people don't like him. So I'm just curious, how did you respond, or how do you respond to that claim and accusation? Because you're aligned with this guy, that the black community does not like Zoran Mamdani, and he's not for them. Eric Adams really tried to hone in on that.
Well, I've been black a pretty long time, and I've been supporting him from very early on. I think what's most important, when you see people like Stephen Miller, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and even Eric Adams teaming up, you need to go the other way. Because they are bringing our nation into a very dark place. And what New York City decided to do was say we're going to choose some light in Zoran Mamdani. They do the politics of lying. That's what they do. And people said, no, we're going to reject.
So you guys, like I said, one of the things that he said was that he said defund the police early. I don't know who was coaching Mamdani, but he made some serious strategic errors right off the bat. And when he said that, to me, he believed it. Do you guys recall that? He said defund the police. Well, we see what happened in big cities back in the day. And I'm not saying that police are 100%. Any group has issues, okay? I've already said that in tons of videos. What I am saying is that we got a crime wave in America, hands down, especially with these young kids. They're coming in these stores left and right, 5, 10, 20 at a time, burglarizing stuff, even while the places is open. So we need good police, paid decent salaries, and respected. I do believe we do have too many police, because I believe the Antichrist has set that system up. But to defund the police will close down America financially. And that is, businesses are going to go, especially small businesses. And you're only going to have essentials. You're only going to have Walmart, Target, places like that, CVS, Walgreens. But the mom and pops, if they're burglarized probably twice in a year, they're done. Because they don't have deep pockets, people. So when Mamdani, when he said defund the police early in his campaign, I was like, are you crazy? So I'm praying he don't get in there and do that. Because again, you know what that's gonna do? Trump is gonna send the National Guard. I'm telling you guys long term what's gonna happen. If Mamdani really meant defund the police, and he starts messing with the police, and New York gets crazy, Trump is going to send the National Guard, or he'll probably send in the army. Then what do you got? You got a politician looking real stupid. I'm just keeping it real. I'll decode it when it happens. Let's see what's going on here.
Yes, but that was Sumani Williams. He just won his role as public advocate. And he was aligned with Zoran Mamdani. As you can see from a lot of people we're having on, people are euphoric. People are excited. The energy here is electric. And I understand why. I mean, Zoran Mamdani was an insurgent candidate. He started out.
I think you're right. They are working together. You're right about that. But check this out. She's got on maroon or purple. A lot of these correspondents got on purple tonight or black and white. Now check this out. I think they're in the Mamdani camp. If anybody sees Mamdani speaking, please let me know in the chat. If you got to do it 20 times, I'm trying to catch it. I want to see Mamdani's victory speech. It's 10:08 in New York. So I'm assuming he's going to be out shortly. I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes. I don't know. But he got him partying right now, which is natural. Everybody's happy.
Is now so opposed to the genocide in Gaza and becoming so increasingly pro-Palestinian.
And now that she said that, another thing I want to tell you guys. When Mamdani said he's going to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu, that wasn't smart either. I'm gonna say it again, and I did it a few times in the video. When Mandami said he's going to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu if he comes to New York, that's a problem all day. So he's got to be careful, people, because there are things outside of politics that you can't control. I've been around long enough, and I'm telling you, there are some people on earth you don't mess with. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? He's got to understand this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So he's got to clean up his act, and to me, he's got to get that under control. Look, I'm just keeping it real, y'all. I'm keeping it real now. Certain people you don't mess with. I'm tired of us being involved in international politics in the first place. But I know you don't talk about arresting Benjamin Netanyahu. You let the world court handle that. That's what they do. Listen to me. They've already got procedures in place to do that, if that's what they want to do. The world court through the UN, however that is, NATO, all them, they can do it. You're a mayor. You don't go putting hands on an international leader like that, because you know what? He got his own police force. And now that he has said that if Benjamin Netanyahu come to New York, baby, you think he's not going to fight back? Come on, man. See what they got going on here. So they're at the Mamdani headquarters. You said Mamdani gonna disappear, huh? Like I told you, he reminds me of Bobby Kennedy. Hint, hint, Bobby Kennedy. So it looks like they're at the Mamdani headquarters. So I want to shift back and forth. I hate this part of the election because you never know when these politicians are going to come out and talk. They announced everything, what, 20 minutes ago?
If you're just tuning in, this is Breakthrough News, live at the Zohar Mamdani Election Night Rally. AP has called it Zohar Mamdani Wins Race for Mayor. We're here with host Rania Khalid, interviewing the people who have gathered to celebrate this historic moment. Stay tuned for more interviews and the program that should be starting shortly.
Okay, so according to AP Wire, Mamdani is the winner. Let me find out something else here.
About to come on.
Okay, thank you so much.
New Jersey Governor-elect Mikey Sherrill is addressing her supporters right now. Let's go there.
All right, with us, we have Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York. Welcome to Breakthrough News, where we break through news. You are a very famous person right now across the country. Donald Trump is coming after you hard, girl. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine because at the end of the day, God is on my side. And when allegations are baseless, and when the case is based upon you simply loving your family, and that's where the facts stop, everything is okay. So, no faith and fear cannot share the same space, and each and every day I wake up with this fire in my belly, and the fire in my belly is protecting New Yorkers. So I'm more focused on my job. I'm more focused on those individuals who are being secreted away at night, those immigrants. I'm focused on individuals who are struggling under the weight of poverty. That's what I'm focused on. Less on me and more on them.
And just to remind our audience, you are being attacked, politically persecuted for refusing to do the bidding of Donald Trump's administration. So thank you for that. But also, you're a New Yorker. This is a historic night in New York. What are your thoughts on what just happened in New York City?
It's just amazing. Listen, I endorsed Zoran after the primary, and I endorsed him because I felt this energy on the ground. Energy of young people who just believe in his agenda, who believe that obviously he can make a difference in their life, people who you've never spoken to.
Yes, I think Bobby Kennedy. I think he can read between the lines what I'm saying when I say he reminds me of Bobby Kennedy. He's got to be careful with his rhetoric. He's got to be careful. He can't say he's going to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. He can't say he's going to defund the police. There are politicians that I have watched, and I've covered campaigns ever since I was like 20-some years old. And let me tell you, when you mess with the police, I'm just going to put it out there, the police have too many contacts for you to mess with them. Read between the lines. The police are who protect you. Okay? But people, if you know like I know, you don't go threatening the police. You understand what I'm saying? The police are the ones who protect you as a mayor. And you can't just go out there saying defund the police. Because allegedly if they pull back, hint, hint, you don't have no protection. And that's anybody in politics. He's just not, people, look, I'm going to keep it real. He's just not wise. Mondami's not wise, people. He's not seasoned. I don't know who told him he could talk like this. You can't. It might work at the top as a president, but you're a mayor. You're right above an alderman. You don't go out here in the biggest city in America talking about defund the police. And then at the same time, I'm going to go after Benjamin Netanyahu. You can't do those things. You can't. You're ruffling feathers before you begin there. If he did it as a campaign, way to campaign, it still wasn't smart. It's not smart, people, because there are politics deeper than the ballot box, okay? That's just the way I feel about it, because I've watched this thing. This is an animal. You don't poke the bear.
Rally in Brooklyn, New York, at the Paramount Theater, where we saw that 38 minutes after the polls closed, he was winning by such a high margin that he was announced the official winner of the New York mayoral race. This is a historic night because this is somebody. Sorry?
All right, so we're waiting on them. This politics and police, I can talk politics and police for probably the next 20 minutes, people. I have seen so much in Chicago whereby people have alleged that when you go after the police, crime goes up. I'm going to say it again. I'm just going to keep saying it. When you go after the police, crime goes up. Why do you think that's a coincidence? This is what I've seen. I can't speak for nobody else. This is what I have observed. There's certain things you don't do. You have secret meetings with them about what you need done. When you hurt their pocketbook, when you hurt the connections, you hurt yourself and you hurt the city. So many things that you want to do, you can't do because now you're fighting crime all day. And crime costs money. So the same folks that you said cut, guess what? You're going to wind up spending a whole lot of money. And like I said, if things get out of hand, Trump going to sit in the National Guard and the police. Now what you doing? You can't even control your city. That's amateur hour at the Apollo. But like many of you all say, hey, Trump and him working together. Good cop, bad cop. It's crazy out here. Let's see what they're saying here.
But I've gotten more so and more so in the face of all of this fascism. And we had Zoran on our podcast, and he says,
come on.
Future of America. Loving, so happy to be here. Thank you. Out of the Bible Belt. And I'm curious, even
They got bad connection, this one here.
politicians feeds the fire. You have Cory Booker on, which I thought.
I'm going to find another feed, people. This one, I don't like this one. Let me find another feed. Let me find somebody else. I need to find somebody who's in the Monduri camp. They're with Cuomo. They're running with Cuomo.
Yeah, so we're waiting for both of them to speak. And that is the Mamdani event right there.
Okay, so they're switching back and forth. He got a better feed. His is more clear. The other one keeps skipping.
I have not seen Trump post anything yet tonight. He is supposed to do an event where he has two speaking events tomorrow. Breaking news, Trump's posted. Trump just posted.
Listen.
Look at what Trump posted. He just posted on Truth Social 13 minutes ago. Sorry, I missed it.
Trump's in an airplane dumping doo-doo.
wasn't on the ballot and shutdown were the two reasons that Republicans lost elections tonight, according to pollsters.
I said that.
So
look, y'all.
The two reasons they lost is that Trump wasn't on the ballot and the shutdown.
Look at the number, 11. Do you see that? Look, 11, 11, 11, 11. Trump.
Take all of that as you will.
11 million followers. Trump just posted 14 minutes ago. Well, of course, Trump's not on the ballot. He's not running for mayor. But the shutdown hurt them. I did a video on this yesterday, people. I said that the shutdown is going to hurt them, and this is why they gave money to SNAP to pay for the next 2.5 weeks to try to help the vote. You see the game they playing? That's what I said yesterday in the video. That they're talking about releasing that money because they figured that would affect the election.
So does that mean, I'm trying to interpret this, so when he says the shutdown, does he mean Republicans are being blamed for the shutdown?
Yes.
Because he's saying the shutdown was a reason.
Yes.
And then him not being on the ballot, I mean, that would suggest that if he's saying that these candidates can't win without him, he was quoting the pollsters. Well, I'm assuming if he posted that he agrees with the pollsters. I don't think he's going to post in 5 minutes and say, "Oh, I don't agree with those pollsters." That's literally the post. So I think he probably agrees with that. That's why he's posting it. I don't know.
Trump know what's up.
It seems strange if he's posting it, he doesn't agree with it.
Trump know what's up. He know what's up. If you guys want to help the channel, you can. I have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. You can go to my site, take a picture of that, send a love offering anytime you want to. I have Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, and Cash App. I also have a P.O. box. You guys want to send a love offering. I appreciate it. This is my information. You can take a picture of that. Send a love offering. I have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. So whatever you guys can do, I appreciate it. I guess I need to take a picture of that and type it in there. But yeah, people, I believe they put that money out there yesterday. It appears that the money is going to go to the people for SNAP. But I think that was done more so they could get votes tonight. I think that's what this is about.
Oh, did he post again? No. Let's see. Refresh. President Trump just posted 2 minutes ago, just out, the 60 Minutes interview of Donald J. Trump on CBS Sunday night was the highest rated 60 Minutes in years. He just posted that 2 minutes ago. That is from President Trump.
Who cares? This ain't your night, buddy. Who cares? We need to get this economy straight, man. Stop playing. Take my pills. I hear you. I'll take some pills. I'll take my pills. Now let's get out of here and let's see if anybody's. Let me see. Any Mandani news?
Which was hilarious. But I raised that to ask.
Excuse me? You're reading wrong.
Win on this issue and fight up this issue.
Yeah, she got a bad feed, or is it me? This is a bad feed. This is a breakthrough news. I don't think they have a good feed. They keep twitching. me see if I can find, this is CNN.
United States of America, because under Donald Trump and Republican policies, it's been a complete and total disaster. And the American people understand that, and they've made that very, and in
He got on a lilac shirt, lilac in the purple family.
And so I think
look at that.
We're going to continue to make clear to the American people, we want to drive down the high cost of living. We want to fix our broken healthcare system. We want America to be the best version of herself, not continue to...
And this is the third correspondent I saw in black. This lady's got on black, people, like death. Look at them. Look at them, people. They got on black. And he's got on a purple tie. Are you with me? He's got on lilac. He's got on a purple tie. And the women got on black. Who wears black to a campaign? Hey, y'all, something must be up. I've never seen this, all my coverage of politics. They usually had a purple or the Tiffany blue or the red and white, red and black. But they got on black, y'all, like it's a funeral. Look at that. They got on black, y'all. This is the third and fourth lady I've seen with black on. They got black on. We got to check out the live speech of Zoran. Like I say, I feel Bobby Kennedy. Look at them, y'all. They got on black. Don't they look out of place? Somebody in the chat, tell me what you think. They got on all black. Unless that's blue, unless that's dark blue. Let me see if I can find another one. Trying to get an update feed.
Is something that Kathy Hochul has said is her top priority. Will all
That's a pretty dress.
get universal child care next year or the year after? Probably not. It will probably be phased in somehow. There's this Department of Community Safety that Zoran Mamdani has proposed. We don't know exactly how long he thinks that will take to set up. But that's going to be an interesting experiment in New York to see whether there can be a successful, different approach to handle
Mandela.
Not always using the question of freezing the rent. Go ahead.
Well, I know that there's so much to get to. We're going to get back to you, Melissa, but we're also awaiting that speech from Zoran Mamdani. And as soon as he gets out there with that crowd anxiously awaiting his victory speech, we'll bring it to you here on NBC.
This is how it works, people, especially kiddies. If you curse person out and you disrespect me, I will unalive you on here. Newsflash. If you disrespect me and curse at me on my channel, I will let you go. Okay? We don't take that here. You go home and play, okay? Because we don't play that here. You don't curse at me. I don't mind you disagreeing with me. Let's get down to the truth. Maybe I'll go with your truth. But you're not going to disrespect me, okay? Okay. Okay, boys and girls. Don't disrespect each other. You should learn that in high school. Maybe I should change hats. People get on the internet, think they can talk to people any old kind of way. I'm not the one. Sometimes I deal with it and sometimes I don't. What do you think? Do I look like a man? You said I'm G-A-Y? What are you? What are you? What are you? You want to start name calling again? Because I can erase you too. Come on, get stupid. Come on, one more time. See, you know, if you're not going to act intelligent, then they'll go somewhere and play. Okay? Okay? I know, right? Trying to trigger me because they ignorant. They ignorant. Let me get back to work. These devils, they so jealous. They so jealous.
Mikey Cheryl tonight.
They don't want to do no work and get their own channel.
Firewall, the early voting numbers, you were talking about it in New York. Andrew Sip was talking.
He's the front runner, I believe, for 2028.
Mandela.
I am telling you, she is as charismatic as anybody else in that party, and she, just going to her tonight, proves to me this is the party of Mamdani. It is the party of AOC. They are the ones leading the torch, and you see people like Bernie Sanders doing interviews with her, kind of giving her the
AOC, Bernie Sanders, and Mamdani.
a whole lot more of her.
Mandela.
Is something that I think resonates for the Democrat base. I, for one, think it's a disaster, but I also want more of it. I want her to keep going.
Actually, is this the party of Mamdani and AOC? Does Hogan have a point? And do you see, I mean, she's obviously gotten a lot of buzz. Could she be a Senate candidate? Could she be a president?
I wouldn't say the Democrats particular candidate.
Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Thank you. God bless.
What AOC's been saying is a consistent message she's saying since she showed up on the scene, which is unaffordable for too many people.
Purple, purple, purple.
But each one of these candidates, run to their local districts or to their local state. You look at somebody like Spanberger. Spanberger is not anywhere close to AOC, and so one.
Let's go. See what we got here.
So they did shut down the government. They have the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And Donald Trump has spent the last few days saying to Republicans in the Senate, you have the power to reopen the government. They refuse to do it.
I want to talk about tonight. New York City, your hometown, Mamdani won. You endorsed him the last possible moment, right as early voting was starting. What does this now tell you? This overwhelming win. What does this now tell you?
Oh, thank you for the love offering. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, in New York City, of course, I congratulate Zoran, and he ran a campaign relentlessly focused on addressing the affordability crisis that the people in New York City are experiencing. He did that in the primary, and he stayed on message throughout the general election. And now
That's his go-to issue, people, which is smart. The economy in New York is bad. People can't afford their rent. Even middle-class people can't afford rent. It's bad. Now, where am I? Mandani. Yeah, like I said, if you want to help me out, you can help me out here as well. I have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. I'll type that in there somehow. Let me see here. So, looks like we're not going to get a speech right away, people. I don't think we're going to get a speech.
Districts until 2030 to favor Democrats.
We might not get a speech for a while. Let me, I'm going to put my information in, people. Hold tight. Oh, I can't do it here. I got to, wait a minute, Pearson. Let me see. Yeah, I can.
Does your garage get cold?
I can do it. Hold tight, guys. I gotta adjust myself here. So, here you guys are here, and I've got to get everything current. How do I do that? Live chat. Okay, top chat. Can I talk on my own one? Oh, here I am. Smart me. Okay, so let's do Cash App. CASH APP is $. That's that control dollar. Come on, Pearson, where is it at? Trying to talk and do this at the same time. Oh, here it is here. I can't do it. I give up. I can't do both. Let's see here.
those that supported the next mayor, the mayor-elect, and those that didn't, to make sure that he's as successful as he can possibly be on all the things, including perhaps most importantly, affordability, and on the issue of public safety.
And you know that Republicans, I'm sorry, are already, it's basically like, remember the Giuliani, noun verb, 9/11, now it's noun verb.
Johnson has refused to call the House of Representatives back.
Now, she just mentioned 9/11. I did a video on that earlier. You guys know Dick Cheney died yesterday. Dick Cheney. He was over the Iraqi war under George Bush. It makes it very interesting time that he's 84 years old. Barack Obama was born August 4th. And simultaneously, they're in New York. Mamdani won. And you had the vice president, Dick Cheney, die. And he was over the Iraqi war. All that was interesting, and I did a video on it. You guys want to check out that video? It's a beautiful video. You guys check out the video when you can. I decoded it. The new 9/11. It's a fabulous video. It's a deep video. You won't see this. This is 49 years of research. When I was a reporter, I covered this story back in the day. It was probably my #1 story. I have receipts. I covered this story back in the day. This man was part of that, okay? And then I did a follow-up called The Purple Rain. I explained the Purple Rain in detail. The One World System, the New World Order. I have this. I decoded the Purple Rain starting from 1984 when I was a writer. It's not the R-A-I-N, it's the R-E-I-G-N. The Purple Rain, the coming Antichrist system. I'll explain what the Purple Rain is from a spiritual point of view, and also starting all the way back from when they first started having politics. When you mix Republican and Democrat, you get purple. So purple means that one system is coming forth. So yeah, this is what I did today so far. Now let me get out of here and see what's going on. We have this here.
Back to you, Jay, in Washington.
You see she got on purple? You see that?
Actually, I'll take it. We're standing by to hear from New York City's mayor-elect, Democrat Zoran Mamdani. After his big win, Democrats already celebrating tonight, but can they keep their momentum in the weeks and months ahead? All eyes now on California. The Governor Gavin Newsom's redistricting proposition. We're watching long lines outside.
So they're waiting on Mamdani to come in and speak. I don't know how long it's going to be. How long has it been, guys? About 40 minutes? How long does it take for a candidate to speak? About an hour? You guys can hang tight with me. I appreciate it. I want to see the speech for other reasons other than just the speech. I'm a little bit concerned about Mamdani. I really am. I am concerned about Mamdani. I really am. That's all I'm going to say right now. Read between the lines. Let me see if I have anything else that's updated. But yeah, I don't think he hasn't spoken yet. I'm keeping up on different channels. You say New York City is cooked, huh? New York City is screwed?
All across America. And so I think from our point of view, we're going to continue.
He was staring at some much deeper gaps in polls. All of those polls that had him with those much deeper gaps had Slee were getting a much bigger share of the vote. So again, I just think maybe there was no circumstance that Curtis Sliwa was going to drop out of this race. I know there was a lot of pressure on him from folks to do that. Maybe there was no circumstance, but I think if you're Cuomo and you're looking at this, boy, that one might haunt you a little bit. If there was any way you could have pulled it off, any more gestures you could have made or something, because a two-way race here, we got a lot of evidence here. It would have been a barn burner in New York City.
It would have been close.
Absolute game changer. Steve, let's go back to Virginia since we haven't talked about it in a little while. Just remind folks.
So if it was a two-man race with Mamdani and Cuomo, it would have been neck and neck. That's what they keep saying. Isn't that something? Wow. What a situation to be in. So this guy.
Points. He lost it by double digits in 2020. So he made gains in Virginia.
So we don't have anything going on, people. All we have is everybody's just waiting out. Everybody's waiting. Everybody's waiting for Mandani. Now what I'm doing, I have 9:39 p.m., which means it's 10:39 in New York. So I got to get my time up to date. Right now this says 10:16. And so I'm off a little bit here. So that's my bad. I've got to literally go out of this, go to something else, and then come back. Maybe I can get it right. But yeah, I don't want to miss the speech. Still says 10:16. So I don't know what's going on. I can't get that right. Let me see what I can do here. I don't know what time this says here. This guy, he doesn't have a time. Oh yeah, he's got 10:30. So that's off. I have to find a current feed, New York mayor race. Because I'm out of sync by 10 minutes. Okay, let's see what they got. Okay, I guess this is current. Let's see what they got.
Time probably for analysts to look at whether this might mark the end of the political career of the former governor of New York. It is very possible. This was always seen as a generational battle between Zohran Mamdani, 34 years old, a new generation within the Democratic Party, and maybe the older guard represented here by the likes of Andrew Cuomo. We expect both of them to speak. We haven't heard from either yet. Zohran Mamdani and Andrew Cuomo, both of them will be giving their speeches, most likely within the next hour.
Thanks again, Philip. We will continue to keep images up from both campaign evening events on your screen. You see Mamdani's campaign rally, and below that,
There's Cuomo right there.
Candidate taking the stage. We can bring you those comments. We also have live images with which we'll be leaving you, coming in from Minneapolis, which is electing a mayor tonight, as well as Detroit.
So go live and stop playing.
But for now, let's listen in to former Governor Andrew Cuomo.
All right, guys.
Who has lost the New York City mayor.
Here's Cuomo. I'm gonna put the phone down.
I love you too. I love you too. Let me acknowledge part of my special campaign team. We have to the right, Helif Lundaval, the new son-in-law, husband of Mariah. We have Mariah.
Tiffany blue tie. Tiffany blue tie.
I want to thank our campaign chairman, Bill Mulrow, our great campaign manager, Greg Goldner. I want to thank Mayor Adams, who stepped out of the race to make us more competitive, and that was a very gracious thing to do. I want to thank Mayor Bloomberg, who gave us his support, Governor David Patterson, all the unions, and I am blessed. I am blessed to have the people in this room. You have been a phenomenal team, great friends. You are superstars. Even more, you are New York patriots. And I am proud of that. This campaign was the right fight to wage. And I am proud of what we did and what we did together. This campaign was to contest the philosophies that are shaping the Democratic Party, the future of this city, and the future of this country. And this coalition transcended normal partisan politics. It brought together Democrats and Republicans and independents, joined by the simple fact that their first allegiance is as citizens of New York City. 2 million voters, the largest number in modern political history, cared enough to show up in a municipal election. And 42% voted for us on an independent line. That is the highest percentage in modern history.
If you're a homeowner in Lincoln Park or in Chicago's North Side neighborhood.
Really? A commercial? Are you kidding me?
No. Statistics show that we still have a strong seller's market.
77. It's also important to note that almost half of New Yorkers did not vote to support a government agenda that makes promises that we know cannot be met. We support an economy of jobs, of opportunity, of entrepreneurship. That's what New York is, and that's what New York must remain. We are a nation of laws, and we believe in law and order, and we need the police to keep society safe. We will not make the NYPD the enemy. We cherish our diversity, and we have no tolerance for discrimination of any kind by race, religion, sexual orientation, or creed. And we will not tolerate any behavior that fans the flames of anti-Semitism or diverse attacks. Our strength is our unity. Black, white, brown, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, we are one. We are the family of New York. We believe in interconnection and mutuality and codependence. And you attack one of us, you attack all of us. That is what it means to be a New Yorker. No one and nothing will ever divide us. And this campaign was necessary to make that point. A caution flag that we are heading down a dangerous, dangerous road. Well, we made that point, and they heard us, and we will hold them to it. Also, my friends, feel proud, because we accomplished the two important New York characteristics. We got up off the mat after the primary, and we made it a real race when the media had already commenced a coronation. And feel proud, because we fought our hearts out and we left it all on the field. Congratulations to Zoran Mandani. No, that is not right. That is not right, and that is not us. That is not us. Tonight was their night, and as they start to transition to government, we will all help any way we can, because we need our New York City government to work. We want it to work for all New Yorkers, because our city is the greatest city in the world, and we will unite for New York City because we love New York City. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank each and every one of you. I love you for the fight you made, for the soul that you showed, and the example that you set. New York City heard us, and we will be the better for it. Thank you. God bless you.
Wow. What did that sound like, people? Yes, I'm munching. It was I don't know, I came away with it the first 5 minutes like, you really messed up. Like I said, he messed up with the police. That's how the first 5 minutes was like, hey, look, you messed up. And then it sounded like, I don't know, like he won. It's like, hey, and then he finally said, well, congratulations. I don't know. But he's spoken. So I guess Mandami's gonna be next. We're gonna listen. But yeah, that's Cuomo. Sorry about that, guys. I'm getting some late dinner in. But yeah, I'll process that speech more tomorrow. But that first 5 to 7 minutes, it seemed like he was telling him, don't you mess with the police. What do you think? That's what I heard. You messed up. You're not going to be messing with the police in this city. And it sounded like what I said 20 minutes ago. And I was like, wow, he literally told him. So I took it as a warning, people. I told you guys, there's certain things you don't do. And I know what I heard. I'm trying to get the right words. It sounded like a father telling a child, look, okay, you got the position, but this is how you're going to act going forward. I think that's the best illustration I got. But yeah, I tell you, people, yeah, New York is tough. New York is tough. It's tough. So we got one more speech to go with.
For us to see that in various administrations of different candidates have come in with perhaps less executive experience, bringing in someone with more experience. I mean, I'm thinking about presidential administrations of both parties in the last couple of decades that have done exactly that when picking their vice presidents first.
You have to bring in the veteran hand, and it'll be interesting what that dynamic would look like.
Yeah, I didn't have any tea today.
What role?
When I have my tea, I do have my apple cider vinegar.
Way ahead now that Andrew Cuomo may, in fact, play there.
Yeah, for somebody like Andrew Cuomo, who's been in politics in and around New York for a very
Changing
long
hats.
time, you wonder what that next step is.
One hat is for my son and one hat is for me. I bought these in New York years ago.
It's just a gracious concession of what you say on.
So these are our hats. So
You have been vested by.
I gotta let my son know I put on one of his hats.
Twice, and so now trying to move forward just in a classy way.
And this was a chance. I mean, this, for as stunning as Mamdani's ascent has been, remember Cuomo's spectacular fall 4 years ago as governor.
Yeah, I think, I took it as a warning. Yeah, I took it as a warning. Don't mess with the police. That's a good way to put it. I took it as a warning. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Warning comes before. It was an awkward way to do it. But, like I said, he sounded like a dad telling a child, look, you won, but there's certain things you better not do. So he warned them. So, yeah. I mean, you can't have a big city without corruption. You just can't. People, that's just real. So I like to hear what Mandani's response is in the future. Because like I said, he did flip-flop on that. He finally said he wasn't going to defund the police. I got to find out what his modern day definition of defund means. I've heard politicians say, well, they can take 20% of the police and have them do something else, and they still got their job. I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna wait patiently. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's see what let's see if let's watch Cuomo walk his way through the crowd.
After all, because it was in June when the Democratic Party held its primary, and that is when Andrew Cuomo was still a candidate for the Democratic Party and lost, surprisingly, to Zoran Mamdani. This time along, Cuomo appeared as an independent candidate, having lost the primary for the Democratic Party and lost again to Mr. Mamdani. We will have to wait and see exactly how large the difference is, the percentage difference between the two candidates in the end. But certainly, this victory by Zoran Mamdani came quickly, and it came as a surprise, certainly the speed at which it came to a lot of people here in this room. It's very loud in here. You can probably make that out quite easily. A DJ playing music here right now while we expect Zoran Mamdani to appear on stage. And some of his biggest supporters, certainly over the last few weeks during campaigning, well, they are here in the room with him, or at least in the building with him, because Mamdani is still to appear on stage, of course. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is one of them, the congresswoman representing New York. She is here, and she has been making the rounds, giving all sorts of interviews. She, of course, campaigned together with Mamdani and Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont, two of the other politicians who consider themselves democratic socialists, just as Zoran Mamdani does as well. Everybody here knows what the promises were from Mamdani when he was to become mayor of New York City. He will be inaugurated in January. He has promised free childcare. He has promised free public buses. He has promised to freeze the rent on rent-controlled apartments in New York City. All of those considered very populist, but certainly also very popular messages with his supporters here in downtown Brooklyn. And they will certainly want to see those promises repeated here on stage when Mamdani does eventually give his victory speech. The way things go on these election nights, be it during a primary somewhere in the United States, or be it during a presidential election, you tend to wait for the concession speech first, let a little bit of time elapse for people to get excited about their candidates coming on stage, and then he or she does, of course, do that. And that is exactly where we find ourselves now, awaiting Zoran Mamdani and his victory speech. When he does give it, and we haven't been given any indication from the campaign as to exactly how long that is going to take, we will, of course, come back here to New York and bring you that speech live.
So, Philip, you've mentioned some of the other Democratic Party celebrities. I think it's a word that I'm not throwing around really.
I'm going to mention something, people. You guys remember the video I did about a week and a half ago when they had the last debate in New York? And I showed you in the right-hand corner, when Mamdani was speaking, he was speaking at 7:13. I'm going to say it again. During the debate, I did the video. Mamdani was speaking. In the right-hand corner on my monitor, but which is the left side of Mamdani. You shut up, I'm gonna keep chewing. You don't wanna be here, shut up. People get on my nerves, man. I'm gonna chew. You don't like it? It's too bad. I'm gonna chew. Just shut up. See how I get? Sometimes I'm not gonna be cool. Just shut up. Just shut up, man. Shut up. Whatever you are, shut up. Just shut up. Listen, learn something. In the left-hand corner, they had 713. They had 713 in the corner. Remember, last year, on July 13th of 2024, that's when Trump got hit in the ear on 713. Now, I'm not saying, but I'm telling y'all, I don't like what the powers do. Yeah, July 13th. They hit at things. I probably need to pull up that video. People, they have an art in hysteria and chaos. That's what the powers like to do. I do not take it as a coincidence that during the debate, they had 713 above him. And it made me feel bad at that point because, like you, I love the country. But there's possibly something could happen. I don't like what they do, but they do it. It's probably going to be fake, but still, it's going to add to the atmosphere and the chaos. It's just the way it is, people. I don't make this stuff up. I can try to find the video now, but I just thought about that. I hadn't thought about it in a while, but because I do so many videos every day. But I covered this about 2 weeks ago, and they had that next to him, and it troubled me when I saw it. So I want to try to find it before he speaks. I'm looking as we speak. I don't know why people come on YouTube and mess with good content creators. I really don't. I mean, I'm a nice guy. I work my butt off. I do 3 to 5 videos every day. And so I'm eating and you want to act a fool with me. What's the problem, man? What's the problem with people? Just can't love nobody. Just gotta try to make you angry and mess with you. I don't get society. I don't get society because I have never picked a fight in 67 years. I never mess with people. I believe in being at peace. I don't try to anger nobody, piss nobody off. I hate even talking like that. But you know, I've been up since 7 o'clock this morning, so I might say some stuff tonight to push you back. So it is what it is. I love you, but stop messing with the brother, man. Trying to make a living, trying to educate people. We're trying to get through this thing until Jesus comes. And people they just nasty. And you're the reason why the world is in the condition that it's in, because this is feeding Satan's atmosphere. The nasty, negative attitudes, especially on social media. You're working for Satan and don't even know it. Leave people alone, man. Just leave people alone. Leave them the hell alone. Damn, ain't you happy? Damn, I'm eating at 10 o'clock at night because I ain't ate. Leave me alone. Gotta mess with the brother all the damn time, messing with me. You ain't happy till you mess with somebody. Act a fool. Just tired, man. Tired of people just messing with the brother. Ain't got nothing else to do but mess with people. Here it is right here. I found it. See that there? There's Mandami. And look at that. 713. Look at that. On July 13th, Trump got hit in the ear in Butler, Pennsylvania. That hurt me, people, when I saw that. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. They had a debate on the 23rd of October, and everybody got, 5 or 10 minutes to talk about a certain subject, and you're going to tell me he just happened to speak at 7:13? They must have spoke about 6 times on different issues, and he just happened to have 7:13 right there? People, that kind of unnerved me. I just wanted to point that out. I think the power was up to something.
Yeah, we'll see these cases come before state courts, perhaps even the Supreme Court. About
all right, so we're waiting on Mandani.
It all is to do this mid-cycle.
And I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna try to eat so y'all can't see me, okay?
The midterms.
I ain't got no manners. I'm black, right? Black men ain't got no manners, so it is what it is.
That party usually takes a beating.
Right.
It's not going to take much for Republicans to lose that House majority, which obviously then puts a lot of the president's policies and agenda in turmoil. He's going
Mandela!
to make sure that doesn't happen, and we've seen the sway that he has over Republicans right on down the line, from Congress into state houses, into governor's mansions. So the ripple effects of this could be pretty interesting to come. The impact for Gavin Newsom, who we were talking about, was a big win for him, right? Projected to be one of those folks who could run in 2028. He hasn't said much about it, but you know, this is a notch of the belt right there for him to be able to brag about getting this through. He had help from Barack Obama and some other prominent Democrats who also appeared in videos and talked about it on shows and things. So a big win for him, a big win for California Democrats, and I think now we're gonna see what happens down the line and what kind of response we may see from some Republican-led states as well.
Yeah, well, we were talking earlier in the evening about former President Obama being involved in the gubernatorial contest that we've been following, but you're right, he did also opt to get involved in this redistricting conversation, which I think some people who followed politics were a little bit surprised by, since former President Obama has been relatively quiet and hasn't been as vocal in terms of not just electoral politics, but also the greater issues. But I guess at this point, he has decided to wade into a few different issues, and redistricting being one of them, saying that he supported the way that California was doing it. So not necessarily every method that a state could choose in terms of adding or changing their maps, but at least he was also giving not even a tacit stamp of approval. I want to just interrupt myself to point out that on your screen, you are now seeing new images coming into us from California in the lower left quadrant. That is where we expect California Governor Gavin Newsom to be holding a news conference on Prop 50, which we've just been discussing. And there is also some movement in the upper right quadrant. That is where we are awaiting New York City mayoral race Victor Zoran Mamdani to address the supporters at his campaign rally there in Brooklyn. We've been talking all night with our correspondent there on the scene, but we do see someone at the podium now, so we do expect that we'll be hearing from the candidate himself here shortly. So we'll keep our eyes on that on the screen and certainly bring you Zoran Mamdani's comments as soon as they begin. So, Sagar, thank you for this analysis that we've been discussing about these redistricting vote that we've seen tonight in California and the other places where we've seen it happening. But there are no other states that are at that same stage in terms of having what they've been doing in California. At least there's legislative debates, right? But nothing that's actually before.
Nothing that's come to fruition like this, right, that has been presented to voters in and of itself, standalone in a special election that has gotten anywhere near this type of, I mean, Barack Obama's 30-second video pushing for a month ago, you know, raced through social media. So, you know, they brought out the star power for that, and getting back to what you said about former President Obama, relatively low-key, you know, kind of playing post-presidency like George W. Bush has, not getting involved, right, not speaking out about a whole lot of things, unlike Donald Trump for those 4 years, very much like Joe Biden now. But to give you a sense of what Obama has been like lately, he even pulled out one of the old greats when he was campaigning over the weekend in the governor's races. Don't boo, vote. And the place went nuts, right? Vintage 2008, 2012 Barack Obama trying to get Democrats energized again, and I think we're going to see a whole lot more of that. What was that math again?
364 days.
364 days till the midterms, and we'll be back and do it all again.
Thank you. We'll set our calendars and set our clocks now. We are going to return you to that live video that we've been talking about coming in from Zoran Mamdani's campaign election rally this evening. So we will leave you with those live images and be back with you soon.
All right, what are they doing?
So honored to work with you, learn from you, and support you as you have faced unprecedented scrutiny and at times ugliness and threats from our opponents. You have built a historic campaign, so please give them all a round of applause.
I think that's his wife.
And please join me
I think
Celebrating a person who has been Zoran's right hand from day one, whose deep commitment to our movement and care for our people has infused every part of this campaign from top to bottom, and without whom we would not be here tonight, Elvis Gard Church.
Is that Madami's wife? I'm not sure. I've only seen her once.
We have all been inspired by Zoran as a candidate, but I also want to speak to his strength as a person. He has led our team and this movement with grace, curiosity, good humor, and thoughtfulness. And his race has been difficult. He has been the subject of attacks and threats, but he has truly risen above it all to give us hope. So please join me in giving Zoran, our friend, a round of applause. And there are too many supporters to name, so I want to speak to everyone directly. Please raise your hand if you have given to this campaign, whether that is time, labor, knocking a door, hosting an event, creating art. And if you are one of the tens of thousands, this is beautiful, and if you are one of the tens of thousands of people who contributed but cannot be with us tonight, this is for you as well. You have made history. You set unreachable goals and then exceeded them. You believed in this city and believed in each other. And you achieved something that people will speak of for decades to come. You led with kindness and compassion. And most importantly, during a time of despair and rising fascism, you decided to fight for something that you don't know. So thank you. Friends, the scope of this campaign was truly unprecedented. We had hundreds of thousands of conversations with our neighbors and trained leaders who will help us deliver our agenda for the next 4 years. But this record-breaking program did not come out of nowhere. It was the product of years of organizing and leadership development by New York City DSA and so many of our We were so fortunate to be led on this campaign by someone who has been part of this work from the beginning. She led Julia's Ellsberg campaign in 2018. And since then, has been behind the scenes in so many of our victories. If this campaign made you feel powerful, or taught you something, or showed you discipline, or brought you joy, you have this person to thank. She is caring, wise, and deeply committed to our movement. And I am sure she is backstage losing her mind at being called out like this. But I need everyone here to please join me in giving her the longest and loudest round of applause. Our organizing director, Tasha.
All right, people. Won't be long. He'll be up in a second.
Thank you. This is very exciting. Thank you, everyone. I'm Tasha, and I've had the honor of being the field director on this campaign. I first crossed paths with Zoran in 2017 on a city council campaign for Kadar team in Bay Ridge. Zoran was the paid canvas manager, and I was volunteering on the campaign as a member of New York City Democratic Socialists of America. I don't think that we could ever have imagined that 8 years later, we would be here on election night for a mayoral campaign, 104,000 volunteers strong. 104,000 volunteers. We love numbers, we love metrics, But I want to talk first about what's behind those numbers. Every number is, in a way, an act of bravery. Door knocking is not the easiest thing. For many, including myself, it takes a moment of bravery at the beginning. Asking a stranger something about their lives and sharing something about yours. Sharing what you want to see in the world, it can be daunting. Thousands of people did it. And yet, every time, every volunteer went to a door and talked to a stranger, they offered their vision to that stranger and invited that stranger to be a part of shaping their vision. We love strangers. Every door knock and every phone call is a statement of belief that politics is for all of us. This campaign and this city is all of ours to shape. I also want to say something about field leads. All of our canvases, for those who don't know, all of our canvases have been led by volunteers we call field leads. Many of them are here. Most led a shift every week, and some led a shift every week since December. And every time they led a canvass, and they were the ones welcoming new volunteers into our movement. They were the ones who helped inspire folks coming out to canvass for the first time. Without those 700 people who chose to step into leadership in an uncertain moment and try something new and scary, this field operation at this scale would not have happened. Those 700 people prove that leadership isn't about having all the answers, it's about the willingness to step into the unknown and inspire others to imagine something better. So here are the numbers. Over 104,000 volunteers made over 4.4 million calls. At around noon today, a volunteer knocked our 3 millionth door. Over 700 field leads have led over 5,700 canvases in 243 neighborhoods. 6,568 voters signed up to volunteer on the spot when they were canvassed by somebody. 8,389 voters signed up to volunteer when they were asked by a phone banker. These are unprecedented numbers. The bravery that you all have shown, that this field operation carried across all 5 boroughs, is going to transform our city. What all 400 of us have accomplished has rewritten the possibilities of mass democratic action. I mean, it doesn't stop tonight. We all know that we won't stop at electing Zoran. We will continue to fight to bring the affordable of New York City to life.
Yeah, you're right. In Zoran, Ra is in his name. You're right. Zoran, Z-O-H-R-A-N. I haven't decoded his whole name yet. Not sure if it means anything. I know that his birthday is 10/18. Zoran's birthday is October 18th, just so you guys know. 10/18 is like Luke 10/18, Satan being thrown out of heaven. Here he is. Did you guys know he came on the floor at 10:18? Look at the time, it's 10:19. He came on the floor at 10:18. She was done at 10:18. And his birthday is 10:18. Look at that.
Thank you, my friends. The sun may have set over our city this evening, but as Eugene Debs once said,
The sun, huh?
I can see the dawn of a better day for humanity. For as long as we can remember, the working people of New York have been told by the wealthy and the well-connected that power does not belong in their hands. Fingers bruised from lifting boxes on the warehouse floor, palms calloused from delivery bike handlebars, knuckles scarred with kitchen burns. These are not hands that have been allowed to hold power. And yet, over the last 12 months, you have dared to reach for something greater. Tonight, against all odds, we have grasped it. The future is in our hands. My friends, we have toppled a political dynasty.
Wow.
I wish Andrew Cuomo only the best in private life. But let tonight be the final time I utter his name. As we turn the page on a politics that abandons the many and answers only to the few.
Wow.
New York, tonight you have delivered a mandate for change. A mandate for a new kind of politics. A mandate for a city we can afford. And a mandate for a government that delivers exactly that. On January 1st, I will be sworn in as the mayor of New York City. And that is because of you. So before I say anything else, I must say this. Thank you. Thank you to the next generation of New Yorkers who refuse to accept that the promise of a better future was a relic of the past. You showed that when politics speaks to you without condescension, we can usher in a new era of leadership. We will fight for you because we are you. Or as we say on Steinway, ana minkum wa ilaykum. Thank you to those so often forgotten by the politics of our city who made this movement their own. I speak of Yemeni bodega owners and Mexican abuelas, Senegalese taxi drivers and Uzbek nurses, Trinidadian line cooks and Ethiopian aunties. Yes, aunties. To every New Yorker in Kensington and Midwood and Hunts Point, know this. This city is your city, and this democracy is yours too. campaign is about people like Wesley, an $11.99 organizer I met outside of Elmhurst Hospital on Thursday night. A New Yorker who lives elsewhere, who commutes 2 hours each way from Pennsylvania because rent is too expensive in this city. It's about people like the woman I met on the BX 33 years ago, who said to me, I used to love New York, but now it's just where I live. And it's about people like Richard, the taxi driver I went on a 15-day hunger strike with outside of City Hall, who still has to drive his cab 7 days a week. My brother, we are in City Hall now.
Wow.
This victory is for all of them. And it's for all of you. The more than 100,000 volunteers who built this campaign into an unstoppable force. Because of you, we will make this city one that working people can love and live in again. With every door knocked, every petition signature earned, and every hard-earned conversation, you eroded the cynicism that has come to define our politics. Now I know that I have asked for much from you over this last year. Time and again, you have answered my calls. But I have one final request. New York City, breathe this moment in. We have held our breath for longer than we know. We have held it in anticipation of defeat. Held it because the air has been knocked out of our lungs too many times to count. Held it because we cannot afford to exhale. Thanks to all of those who sacrificed so much, we are breathing in the air of a city that has been reborn.
Come on, man.
To my campaign team, who believed when no one else did, and who took an electoral project and turned it into so much more, I will never be able to express the depth of my gratitude. You can sleep now. To my parents, Mama and Baba, you have made me into the man I am today. I am so proud to be your son. And to my incredible wife, Rama, Hayati, there is no one I would rather have by my side in this moment and in every moment. To every New Yorker, whether you voted for me, for one of my opponents, or felt too disappointed by politics to vote at all, thank you for the opportunity to prove myself worthy of your trust. I will wake each morning with a singular purpose: to make this city better for you than it was the day before. There are many who thought this day would never come, who feared that we would be condemned only to a future of less, with every election consigning us simply to more of the same. And there are others who see politics today as too cruel for the flame of hope to still burn. New York, we have answered those fears. Tonight we have spoken in a clear voice. Hope is alive. Hope is a decision that tens of thousands of New Yorkers make day after day. Volunteer shift after volunteer shift, despite attack ad after attack ad. More than 1 million of us stood in our churches, in gymnasiums, in community centers, as we filled in the ledger of democracy. And while we cast our ballots alone, we chose hope together. Hope over tyranny. Hope over big money and small ideas. Hope over despair. We won because New Yorkers allowed themselves to hope that the impossible could be made possible. And we won because we insisted that no longer would politics be something that is done to us. Now it is something that we do. Standing before you, I think of the words of Jawaharlal Nehru. A moment comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends and when the soul of a nation long suppressed finds utterance. Tonight we have stepped out from the old into the new. So let us speak now with clarity and conviction that cannot be misunderstood about what this new age will deliver and for whom. This will be an age where New Yorkers expect from their leaders a bold vision of what we will achieve, rather than a list of excuses for what we are too timid to attempt. Central to that vision will be the most ambitious agenda to tackle the cost of living crisis that this city has seen since the days of Figueroa LaGuardia. An agenda that will freeze the rents for more than 2 million rent-stabilized tenants.
Wow.
Make buses fast and free.
Wow.
And deliver universal child care across our city.
Wow.
Years from now, may our only regret be that this day took so long to come. This new age will be one of relentless improvement. We will hire thousands more teachers. We will cut waste from a bloated bureaucracy. We will work tirelessly to make lights shine again in the hallways of NYCHA developments where they have long flickered. Safety and justice will go hand in hand as we work with police officers to reduce crime and create a department of community safety that tackles the mental health crisis and homelessness crises head on. Excellence will become the expectation across government, not the exception. In this new age we make for ourselves, we will refuse to allow those who traffic in division and hate to pit us against one another. In this moment of political darkness, New York will be the light. Here, we believe in standing up for those we love. Whether you are an immigrant, a member of the trans community, one of the many black women that Donald Trump has fired from a federal job, a single mom still waiting for the cost of groceries to go down, or anyone else with their back against the wall, your struggle is ours too. And we will build a city hall that stands steadfast alongside Jewish New Yorkers and does not waver in the fight against the scourge of anti-Semitism. Where the more than 1 million Muslims know that they belong. Not just in the 5 boroughs of this city, but in the halls of power. No more will New York be a city where you can traffic in Islamophobia and win an election.
Woo-wee! No, you didn't.
This new age will be defined by a competence and a compassion that have too long been placed at odds with one another. We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve and no concern too small for it to care about. For years, those in City Hall have only helped those who can help them. But on January 1st, we will usher in a city government that helps everyone. Now I know that many have heard our message only through the prism of misinformation. Tens of millions of dollars have been spent to redefine reality and to convince our neighbors that this new age is something that should frighten them. As has so often occurred, the billionaire class has sought to convince those making $30 an hour that their enemies are those earning $20 an hour. They want the people to fight amongst ourselves so that we remain distracted from the work of remaking a long broken system. We refuse to let them dictate the rules of the game anymore. They can play by the same rules as the rest of us.
Wow.
Together, we will usher in a generation of change. And if we embrace this brave new course, rather than fleeing from it, we can respond to oligarchy and authoritarianism with the strength it fears, not the appeasement it craves. After all, if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him. And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power. This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one.
Woo! This boy cold.
So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
Oh! Woo! This boy tough, ain't he? He tough. This boy tough, ain't he? He talk a lot of smack, don't he?
We will hold bad landlords to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants.
Wow.
We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks.
He's right about that.
We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Oh! No, he didn't. This boy done snapped. He done snapped.
So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us. When we enter City Hall in 58 days, expectations will be high. We will meet them. A great New Yorker once said that while you campaign in poetry, you govern in prose. If that must be true, let the prose we write still rhyme and and let us build a shining city for all. And we must chart a new path, as bold as the one we have already traveled. After all, the conventional wisdom would tell you that I am far from the perfect candidate. I am young, despite my best efforts to grow older. I am Muslim. I am a democratic socialist. And most damning of all, I refuse to apologize for any of this. And yet, if tonight teaches us anything, it is that convention has held us back. We have bowed at the altar of caution and we have paid a mighty price. Too many working people cannot recognize themselves in our party. And too many among us have turned to the right for answers to why they've been left behind. We will leave mediocrity in our past. No longer will we have to open a history book for proof that Democrats can dare to be great. Our greatness will be anything but abstract. It will be felt by every rent-stabilized tenant who wakes up on the first of every month. Knowing the amount they're going to pay hasn't soared since the month before. It will be felt by each grandparent who can afford to stay in the home they have worked for, and whose grandchildren live nearby because the cost of childcare didn't send them to Long Island. It will be felt by the single mother who is safe on her commute and whose bus runs fast enough that she doesn't have to rush school drop-off to make it to work on time. And it will be felt when New Yorkers open their newspapers in the morning and read headlines of success, not scandal.
Wow.
Most of all, it will be felt by each New Yorker when the city they love finally loves them back.
Wow.
Together, New York, we're going to freeze the... Together, New York, we're going to make buses fast and... Together, New York, we're going to deliver universal... Let the words we've spoken together, the dreams we've dreamt together, become the agenda we deliver together. New York, this power, it's yours. This city belongs to you. Thank you.
Wow.
Just after his acceptance speech for winning that mayoral contest, the top race that we've been following here all night long. On the lower right-hand side of your screen.
Well, people, anybody out there a speechwriter? Or thought about being a speechwriter? You should. He is the best political speaker I have ever heard in my life. I'm gonna keep it real. You don't have to agree with him, but you have to admire it. I learned decades ago, you can learn a lot from a lot of people. Just open your eyes. From the first day I ever heard this man speak, I said, he's got a way with words. And very few people can do what he just did. Very few people could articulate the issues and hit your gut, heart, mind, and spirit at the same time. He's a very, very smart man. What he's telling you in so many words by his delivery, go to school, learn everything you can, learn how to speak, learn how to dress, learn your gestures, learn how to work the crowd. Just be smart, right? He's got it. Ain't no sense of hating, because I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm throwing this thing in another area. Now he got out there at exactly 10:18. The average person not gonna see that because they're not decoding, but that's my gift. Zoran's birthday is October 18th. He came on the stage. The lady who preceded him finished up at 10:18. I don't think that's an accident. And he finished up at 10:42. That means he spoke 24 minutes. 24 is X. I'm gonna say it again. He began his speech from 10:18 to 10:42. He spoke for 24 minutes. 24 is X. I don't care how you do it, and I showed you before that. The last debate they had, they put the 713 next to his head. They're giving us the signs. They're there. But again, if you want to go to school, whatever field that you're in, learn the lingo. I don't care what it is, English, Spanish, Greek. Learn how to present, because it's captivating. You can hold an audience spellbound, especially if you can exude it with confidence and have a conviction. So again, when I first heard about this guy a year ago, the first thing that drew me to him, I said, this brother can speak. I said, he's equally a better deliverer than Barack Obama. So take it for what it's worth. Again, you don't have to agree with him, because some of the things that he's espousing, I don't agree with. I don't think he can get all these things done. I really don't. So there might be some compromises. But let me say this to you guys. Whatever a mayor or governor tries to do, if they're legit in this country, the biggest problem is the federal government and the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve prints the money. The bankers have to borrow it to stay afloat. And Congress and the president, Tweedledee, Tweedledum, they're all causing inflation. So when it comes down to it, most cities can't grow the way they want to, or at least as much as they expect, because they have some things beyond their control. This is why I admired Texas back in the day. Texas tried to separate themselves from the United States. I know they have their own vault and their own reserves and their own money, whatever it is. And ever since Texas announced being separated from America, they've had nothing but inclement weather. I've said that before, not my first time saying it. The powers do not want Texas to be separated from the 50 states, because they want to control all the states. But yeah, I wish New York and any other city good luck on economics, because this federal government, this Congress, and this Federal Reserve and these banks, they're killing our cities, people. And the mayors and governors know it. And they can't be as blunt as I am, because many of them depend on federal funds. And the average president uses that as leverage when they want something. So you really can't speak the way you want to. And that's one of the crippling parts about America. And one of the unknown things about America is that the president and Congress can hurt these big cities when they're trying to do something. And that's why you hear the criticism from Trump. Why you want to send a National Guard when you can just release the money, we can hire our own police, which is a legitimate argument. But people understand we are in the belly of the beast. New York is going to be a place to watch. Congratulations to Zoran. I wish him well. And I pray that whatever policies he puts forth doesn't wind up backfiring and make the city worse than what it is economically. And I pray that the powers that be there don't come against him so strongly that they paralyze whatever positive things he can do. So I wish him well. Again, he's an excellent speaker. And I challenge anybody under the sound of my voice, learn this King's English, because it can make a difference in you getting a job and not getting a job, or making things happen. So again, a lot of this stuff is done ahead of time. It's pre-scripted. But, you know, the bottom line is we got to endure until Christ comes. Politics is a hidden game. That's why I believe, to a certain extent, God gave me the gift of the 5 C's so I can unravel it. I know that America and the world is under attack. I know these are the last days. I know that many of the politicians are bought and paid for. But I believe in the power of prayer, and I believe in good people. And the Bible says, endure unto the end, and that's what I'm going to do. So you pray for me, and I'll pray for you. I thank you guys for being here. 2 hours and 6 minutes. So that's what, 3 hours? 2:06, whatever. But yeah, we've been here for a few hours. 3 hours. 6, 12, 18. Yeah, 3 hours and 20-something minutes we've been here. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you. I might do a video tonight. Who knows? I'm not misguided. You just don't understand. But I'm not here to debate. I'm not here. I know how America works, baby. I know more than you think I know, okay? I know more than you think I know, okay? I know a lot that I can't say on here, but I'm very well informed, okay? You don't try to upstage me on my play. This my time. Go get your own show, like Arsenio Hall told somebody back in the day. I'm misinformed. I'm very much informed. If I'm misinformed, I wouldn't be able to decode. The only thing people can get on me on my decodes is that Joe Biden and Trump have not left the planet. Other than that, I've been pretty accurate. Matter of fact, I've been ahead of the game. So get the jealousy away. I know you're not used to brothers doing a good job. I know you grew up like that. I know you grew up saggy pants, acting ignorant. I know that, pour a little liquor. I know you're not used to it, and you'll never get used to it because you've been brainwashed by this media how I am as a black person, and you'll never accept me as being an intellectual because you just don't feel like I can. But too bad, you're gonna miss out. Because if I was so stupid and ignorant, why did God choose me? Why do I have one of the most unique gifts on the planet to do what I do? See, you can't answer that because God don't make no mistakes. So get off my channel and stop trying to get some likes. Go find something to do. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what America's doing. I know America wasn't built for you. I know America is a lie, just like these other nations. It was built for the New World Order. So I'm not haughty. You just can't deal with a proud black man. You can't deal with it. That's why one of my idols is Muhammad Ali, because couldn't nobody deal with him at the time. That's right. Muhammad Ali, one of the best poets ever. But you can't deal with that. But you love Tupac, don't you? You love the dumb rappers, but you can't deal with an intellectual. That don't mean I'm haughty. I'm not haughty. I'm just confident. And if you confident, you just are. You are what you are. Now you do you and I do me. If you don't like it, go to another channel. Because I am who I am. I'm good at what I do. Nobody, see, I'm my mama's child. See, I'm 67 years old. You're not going to come in my generation and talk to me like this. You can talk to them young kids like that, and they might just slap you. I'm going to intellectually go with you. You're not going to come to a 67-year-old man and tell me about me, okay? You're not going to tell me about me because I got wisdom at my age. You should just chill and listen so you can learn something, because this American system has been lying to us since it was built. This is why all the colleges have the same curriculum, because they want us to be programmed. I know what's up in America. I know more than the average person. Watch my videos so you can learn something. You just can't deal with it from a brother. That's a problem with a lot of people. I don't care what your problem is, because it's the last days. I'm serving the Lord. I love him. I got white in my family. I got Asian in my family, so I ain't prejudiced. But I'm one proud brother. I'm good at what I do. I am good at what I do. And I'm so glad that God chose me, because you know what? Being humble, that's what I'm about. I'm a simple brother. But if you peck at me, I'm going to do what I'm doing now. I'm going to stand up for me. And I suggest anybody, you stand up for who you are. If you sit up here and work like I used to work back in the day, 13, 14, 15 hours a day, you don't see the sun up or see the sun rise, sun go down. You out here slaving for this dollar, and here I'm doing 3 to 5 videos a day, and you gonna come and talk some smack to me? Fool, you got the wrong channel. Because I didn't put the work in, so I'm a proud man. I'm a proud man. I'm part Indian, and I'm part black, and I'm part Asian. But you wouldn't know that because I'm a dark-skinned Asian. I'm going to tell it because I didn't put the work in. If I didn't put the work in, I would shut up. But I have done the work. 1 Rumble channel and 2 YouTube channels. Probably over 8,000 videos. So get off my case, because you don't even qualify. You lucky to be here. You lucky that the Holy Spirit would have you come here. So take advantage of it. That's one thing we don't do as human beings. We don't appreciate the people who are in our presence, even those who are homeless. You're talking to a brother who used to live in his car. Didn't know what I was going to do at 17 years old. But I moved into a YMCA. That's right. And I learned it was people there with master's degrees and BA degrees. I'm like, what is a person with a master's degree doing in the YMCA? This in the 70s. And I learned to respect people more. And I learned to be humble. And I ain't trying to judge nobody because I don't know their past. But I know one thing, my mama raised me right. My grandmama raised me right. And I grew up around the civil rights movement. We proud. My generation is proud. Proud of what? Proud of what the hell what we've been through and how we struggled to be somebody. So don't get it twisted about being cocky versus being appreciative. I'm proud of what God brought me through. See, that's my testimony. You need to listen. I'm proud of what God brought me through. I'm not shutting my mouth. Because you weren't there when I couldn't afford nothing else but Del Monte peaches and some cheeseburgers at McDonald's, sitting up in the car trying to figure out when the hell my parents are. I ain't got nothing to say to you because you weren't there. Only had 1 pair of shoes and it had a hole in it. And you weren't there when I had my first car and the police pulled me over and I begged them not to take me to jail because I had a big hole in my muffler. You weren't there. But what did God have me do? At 19 years old, I went and got a pop can
and I cut both the bottom and the top off, and I cut it down the middle. And I took my car and I put it up on the curb, and I got up under there and I put that Pepsi, that Coca-Cola can over the muffler, and then I tied a screw wire around it, and I drove that car for 2 more years, and it purred like a kitten. Use your imagination. Imagine a muffler with a big hole in it. I took a Pepsi can and I cut the bottom and the top off, cut it down the middle, and I had 1 sheet of metal. 1 sheet of metal. This is my story. And I covered up that muffler. And then I went to the hardware and I got a metal band and I screwed it on there on both ends. And I made myself a muffler because I couldn't afford it. So you don't tell me to shut the hell up because you don't know my story. You don't know my story. Come on here on YouTube and beat up on people, but you don't beat up on Benny. He got 6,000 followers. You licking his butt every day, but you over here messing with me. I'm gonna talk about me. I'm proud of me because I could have been dead. I thought about suicide. If you ain't never had a mama and daddy, you don't know what the hell it feel like. You don't know what I've been through. That's why I don't take no mess off people, because I got a bad past. I should have been dead a long time ago, but God had his hand on me. And my grandmother finally came back in my life and said, son, I should have took you in when you asked me to. She didn't believe what I was telling her, what was going on at home. So I had to leave home at 17. That's my story. I got a right to be proud. And you got a right to be proud too. If you got through a storm, damn it, you need to talk about it and give God the praise. I hope I inspired somebody. You don't know who you dealing with up in here. You don't know me. You don't know me. I ain't talking to Dr. Phil, fool. You talk to him. He'll know Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil need to talk to me. I'm smart. I'm humble. I listen to the Holy Spirit. I had nothing else to live for. I moved into that YMCA and I learned a whole lot. So, hey, the bottom line is I've been through the storm, baby. I've been through the storm. That's why I work so hard now. The average person on YouTube, they don't work from 7 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night. I've been doing videos since 7 o'clock this morning. What the hell you got? You putting the work in? No, you just talking smack. Put the work in. I'm done. I love you guys. Those of you all who respect people, I don't care what color you are. I love you. Like I said, I got white in my family, I got Asian in my family, and I'm black. And I'm proud of who I am, and I'm supposed to be, especially when I found the Lord, because I know what I've been through. And you need to be proud of yourself, and don't you ever let somebody throw a storm on you and tell you in so many words, don't talk about how you feel about your life and what you come through. You speak to the heavens. You tell God thank you. You inspire somebody. God didn't bring you through it for you to shut the hell up and put it in the closet. You're supposed to inspire somebody. You don't know. Somebody might be talking about jumping off a bridge right about now. We are all storytellers. And like I said, Mondami is smart. He's not smart as a politician, but he's intelligent. He looks the part. He can talk. He got charisma. And everybody should look at him as an example and say, you know what? I might not agree with his damn politics, but if you go ahead and put the damn time in, that's what it can be. Whatever you can aspire to be. And now you want to tell me I'm misinformed. No, you just stupid. You just stupid. A wise man can see what just happened up on that stage. Anybody would be proud of that. The man can speak. And if a man and a woman can speak, I don't give a damn what color they are. I admire him. I ain't got to agree with his politics, But you know what? It make me want to up my game. And you should want to up your game. Politics is sport, baby. Welcome to it. You just saw Michael Jordan. Thank you guys for being with me. I ain't apologizing for who I am, because I am because of him. And that's what it is. I love the Lord. I pray you get to know him. John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, that whomsoever believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. I might not be the best Christian, but like I told y'all before, I'm the disciple that God put to the side. Because if it come down to it, Jesus knew I wouldn't put him with all that crap. I'm the disciple that God put to the side. You feel me? And it's a lot of more people out here need to be like this. You are not a human punching bag. You're here to be loved. You are here to be loved and respected and admired to God's glory. The sun, you don't tell the sun and the moon, oh, you hardy. The sun is doing what it's supposed to do. The moon is supposed to do what it's supposed to do. The stars are doing what it's supposed to do. If you feel like you come through something, you finally reach greatness, you're supposed to speak. I'm going to speak. I appreciate every love offering, every prayer, every thank you. But at the end of the day, baby, like I said, when I was down and out and didn't have nothing, man, you don't want to be where I was, okay? So when I speak, many times the recesses of my brain go in the past. You have no idea what I'm thinking when I say it, because my mind thinks about, man, where's my father? Why do I have substance abuse in my family? Why am I getting beat up at my house? You don't know me. So you don't get to criticize what the hell you don't know. So if I'm saying I'm proud of myself, chill out and listen. Because it's a lot of people been abused, not only in America, but around the world. And we need to speak. It's the fools that abused us. Those the one need to shut up. Those the one need to be in jail. Those the one need to be rehabbed, not the good people. You got it twisted. God bless you guys. We'll talk tomorrow. Or maybe I'll do a video tonight. God bless. New York, New York. Have a good one.